Boo!
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 We don't want
Boo!
Oregon.
No, we don't want. All right,
Okay.
time to come back
We're-
now, Pastor.
We're here. Hello
Hello.
everyone. Welcome back to ESA Cup Season 6. Yeah, Pasta Velocity, we're here. You can probably guess what our first map of the day is. Just
I
from
couldn't
that, we don't
guess.
even really need to do the veto for that. Yeah, we're on Oregon for our first game. It's going to be Penta versus Yod. Actually, a very interesting matchup, Velocity, between two teams. Obviously, this is Group D, because Sunday is Group D day. And yeah, so we are seeing Group D, pretty close group, actually. No one's really confirmed or denied yet. Obviously, that's happened in the other groups over the course of this week. But there is a lot of interesting things here. Both these teams are on 6 points, having lost one game. Penta, they lost as a forfeit loss to Project 100. And Yod, they lost to Team Pulse on the first day with a 7-1, but they've looked pretty strong for the rest of it, 2-7-2 victories through the rest of the season. So this should be a pretty good matchup, considering Penta 7-3 and a 7-1 win on their side as well. So the round difference overall is actually only 1 round different between these two teams, which I'm very, very excited for. This should be a close game here on Oregon.
Most definitely, and well, it's Penta and Yod, two teams we've seen a reasonable amount of in this season 6, and as you said, it's Oregon. Well, as you can tell, it's Oregon. So, well, do we really have to say much? As it's all known, it's the map that Giants go to die. So this could be a case of this is where Giants like Penta are gonna go to die. If we pull up the community vote then from our lovely production team, we can see what the community is thinking going on to it now.
What do we think?
It's got to be in the way of wow.
I did not expect it to be that.
Does no one believe in Penta? I don't think anyone believes in Penta.
Well, no, Penta's on the 85%.
Yod.
It's gonna go so well tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, as we should be getting into the game fairly quickly. Looking at this game, I'm assuming thinking Penta are gonna win this. I reckon we might see an overtime here. Yod are certainly no slouches themselves.
Most definitely.
As we look at the players, we've seen obviously it's a bit of a newer iteration of the roster. We are seeing some carryover, it's looking at Sen especially and Snows, who we've seen on Yod lineups before. And again, this is a very, very good team. Aside from that first sort of blip against Team Pulse, who granted haven't really had the same impact that they did on that first week, they've looked very, very strong throughout this stage. And this should be, you said where Giants go to die, but in my opinion, both of these teams are Giants. Exactly. But this is Oregon. This is known ground. We should be seeing clean tactical siege here, because both of these teams are going to know what they're doing. They can't necessarily rely on those more cheesier strategies of just going in, trying to find the kills, because these two teams are two good teams. They should, and I'm saying should, be ready for that.
Oh, I have to agree with you, Pastor, but it is that time of the evening. I think it's time, Pastor, for Velocity and Pastor's match predictions. What are we thinking going into this? Who's going to win it? Let's just outright say.
I don't know. It's really tough to call. I reckon we might be seeing a bit of a Yod victory here.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to agree with you. I think Yod, as you said, they aren't slouches themselves, so I think it is very highly possible we see them coming out into this match and we'll show them what they're made of. Off to Oregon, we go into the ban phase, Pastor. Things are heating up very quickly, moving quite quickly as well, and I'm excited. Very excited to see what both teams can bring to the table, what both teams are going to ban. Then it's a knock off the board straight away, banned by the defending side. Are you surprised? I don't think we are. Nonetheless, though, Monty coming in as our second ban, banned by the attacking side. A bit of a strange one, but an interesting ban nonetheless. You know, why would you ban the Monty if you have the potential to play him? But and he is very useful going from that bunker side, going from bunker can take a lot of bunker control. Mozzie being banned off the board as well, very understandable. Sort of reduces information or. Is that the word reducing? I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, reducing information
Uh-huh.
from the attackers. I mean, why wouldn't you ban him on this, especially on this side of Oregon? Into the last ban, then Master, what are you thinking?
Well, I just want to make another point on the Mozzie as well, which we've seen, especially in this console sort of area. Warden as well, actually, is on this point where a lot of these defensive bans won't necessarily be more strategical. It will be just denying good guns. And Mozzie and Warden are two operators that we see especially often being the ones that those fraggers will pick when it goes on to the defense. So not in.
Nor am I, but nonetheless, off to Kidstorm we go first, Pastor, and all the Vigil's being picked up. I'll change onto the south. Let's say, are we actually going to be seeing Vigil being played in year 8? I was slightly excited.
You never know. Listen, LMs might still play Vigil sometimes, so it must be viable, right?
I have to. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I have to agree with you, but reasonably default from both sides here. Well, we're seeing Penta bringing a Valkyrie, Goyo, Wamai, Mutant, so there is nothing out of the ordinary there, Pastor.
Nope.
Nothing at all. And then on the attacking sides, well, would you expect it? An Iana, a Maverick, an Ace, a Nomad, and a Ash. Once again, would you expect it? Yeah,
yeah, we're not necessarily seeing anything too out of the ordinary here, and I think that probably comes back to what I was saying in the pre-game of just these teams not really going to be going for those cheeky plays. As I say that, though, Shliwu runs out to get a drone, and I think Scrim's found a reverse spawn peek onto Nesto there, who is maybe looking at getting a little bit aggressive, finding that early pick just to try and get at least some form of separation between these two sides. However, as it turns out, it is Yods who are the favourites right now in this early round. Penta with an early loss, that's your Wamai as well, which means that utility that is going to be recharging up over time is now no longer an option for this side.
Yeah, completely is an option. It's a very, very good pick off the board. Quite nice and early. Nesto, it is the one. I'm not sure if you pointed that out, but we're going to point it out again, Pastor, as this round progresses. 2 minutes and 5 left on the clock, and we are still in the very early, the very infant stages of this round. And well, it looks like they want to get this quickly as Can finds Tiro off the board. That's another pick onto Penta, crumbling under the pressure of this match so far as it goes to a 3 versus 5, sorry. And well, that's your Goyo off the board as well. No more canisters as long as he's placing down time. That's all that matters. So it's going for the row. Isn't caught in kitchen, but knows one's there, and it's the Iana of Snows. This could be bad for either side here. Nade's going to be cooked and just thrown it. Oh no! What's happened here? No! Shiro finds Snows.
That's an unfortunate mishap in the kitchen. Do not let him cook in there because, well, he's just going to set himself on fire. The grenade is going to be taken down. Snows risk here, finding the angle. Sen going down. That's the Maverick taken out just through the breach as he was creating it. Shliwu finds a second as well in this first round here on Oregon. It's all going on as Kayak finds a kill from the breach, making it a 2 versus 2 here. It's just Tim and Shliwu, the last one's left. Tim finds a short angle, can't get any damage from it though. It's just a little bit too tight for the SMG-11 to handle. Kayak and Kanzi now are the ones in trophy. Kayak's now pushing through, the Ace AK-12 in hand now, rotating round to the kids' dorms as Kanzi is also getting a more aggressive flashbangs coming through. Kayak's still in the plant, but Shliwu's able to rotate. Kanzi, though, has the cover eventually. Not sure that play should have been allowed to happen in the first place, but doesn't matter. Yod find the round in the end there, and that opening pick onto Nesto, instrumental into the result of that round.
What happened? Can we just rewind quickly, Pastor? Snows! You're the entry! You can't be throwing an nade at yourself. That should have been a free kill onto the Solus. I think it was Schleewu who was the Solus, I believe. That should have been a free kill, but no, he's allowed Schleewu to get that kill. And, well, dare I say it, that kind of made it a bit too close in the end. I think Yod would have had that quite comfortably, maybe getting to a 3v1, even a 3v4, but no, because of that kill, I think it kind of just set off Penta, and they were like, yeah, cool, we're going to do it again. And, well, then took it to a 2v1, and, well, didn't come up short, but, well, yeah, too quick for comfort for me, but nonetheless, we start off Oregon with what I'd have to consider a very, very good round, very strong round from both sides, from both Penta and Yod, and well, both teams very quickly showing what they're made of and showing why they are once again competing in ESA Cup Season 6 and why they deserve to be going on to win this.
10 seconds left.
Yeah, absolutely. As Schleewu yet again on this main door, trying to take out some of these drones very early on in the round. This time though might get caught out as he's just going prone by the fan, can't actually collect on the drone, has to dip himself away to prevent that opening pick situation happening again. This time, however, I reckon it would be an even costlier mistake if he was to get taken out there, and also the drones now continue to live on here in the early round. Very well played from Yod, just getting that cover. Hiding the drones a little bit further back. However, Schleewu, being alive still, is going to allow just more of that information to be fed through. They've spotted the drones and the phones of those attackers that are going to be trying to find some pressure over from this small tower side, over on the western portion of the map. However, just nothing comes of it. Snows dips away as we settle into an easy 5 versus 5 with a minute gone.
Yeah, I mean, this not as exciting as last round so far. We haven't seen like 4 or 5 kills already, but nonetheless, it makes it even closer, even more intense for us, intense for the viewership, Pastor, as it gets closer and closer into the last 1 minute and 50 seconds. As Yods are looking to now maybe set up and execute onto site here. Risk and Tim though in reasonably aggressive positions, looking to deny anything they can of this side of Yods, and Goyo and Tiro and Schleewu are still below us. As pointed out, Tiro finds one, and well, what's happened here? He's going for a run up, Pastor. Surely he'll find one.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say, surely they're prepared for this, but Risk does find the trade back. That... so much chaos. I think, did Tiro originally get the kill onto the player repelling on that game's window? I think he did. Kayaks wanders into the bomb site, blissfully unaware of all the guns trained in his position. That's now the Fuser. Drops on the floor. Snows finds another, trying as he might to try and desperately claw the team back into this round, but still a player deficit for Yod Esport. Penta in a 3 versus 2.
Not looking particularly good here for Yod. As you said, it's a 3 versus 2, but however, you have to be able to collapse onto this site, get a kill, it doesn't matter. Tim takes down Cam, puts Snows in a 3 versus 1, not impossible, but Tim to close it out and take down Snow, giving Penta their first round on the board, Pastor.
It's all tied up, 1 round apiece here. And we're going to have to see the second bomb site of the game. Obviously, that top floor is going to be locked off for a couple rounds. We'll be able to play that one again in round 5 this time. We're going to be seeing the basement, laundry supply room. Again, nothing out of the ordinary really here, especially looking at this defensive composition. You have the Echo in conjunction with the Smoke. Obviously, Smoke lost his deployable shield, but still has useful utility. Aside that, you know, thinking of those Toxic Babe canisters, the shotgun as well, very, very useful. So just bring in the Echo to get that deployable shield set up inside of the bunker, which is what Penta are probably going to want to do. And yeah, Smoke losing that deployable shield has opened up more options like Tachanka, but also forced a bit more of a constrictive composition from the defense. You have to either play that Tachanka or bring someone else that has the deployable shield, like a Warden, who has been banned out here. So you're kind of forced to bring along Echo or Fox, one of those two. Actually, shield being used to set up over by Freezer.
That's
which means
strange.
Yeah, Tiro...
Oh, he's picked up.
Oh no, never mind. What? Okay.
For a minute, I thought Tiro was going to his senses, but nonetheless, he is going to be putting it back down. And well, they are basically just going to be leaving elbow.
In bunker, though? Maybe.
Sorry?
They've got the rotate there.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. But as you were saying, they are kind of forced.
Tiro can't get past.
As you were saying, they are forced to bring the Echo or the Frost, and well, Echo on this site I think is not an interesting choice, but it certainly can be useful.
Yeah.
Considering he can basically just deny the entire plan and most access in general to the site. And, well, that looks like it's what Tiro were doing, because, well, Tiro is Tiro, and that man somehow pulls off the wildest stuff that I don't know how to comprehend it. Some shots are taken, and Scrummy does come off on the back foot around 25 to 30 HP, and, well, this is a very big tower side presence here from this side of Yod, from the Yod attack, and well, I believe Penta here are kind of countering this quite nicely, I have to say, Pasta, you know, slowing it all right down, and Snows is in green, though.
Yeah.
And the Penta players aren't aware, this could be devastating, Pasta.
Risk has been droned out here, but allowed to just dip away, but that is now control of this area secured by Yod. However, it has taken them a considerable amount of time to get here, Lewis. It's been a minute, and what do they have? They have green, they have kind of tower stairs, but there could be chance for a defender to just hop right back up there. There doesn't seem to be any sort of active hold of that area now. As I say that, the attackers are just going to at least make themselves a little bit more known inside of this area, but still no drones or really anything. You just have the track stingers on the gridlock, which, yes, will provide a sound clue should a defender try and shoot them out, but still plenty of positions for the defense to get in here that will catch the attack unawares. Speaking of, Shliwu nearly finds a kill there, but nearly gets wall banged through the wall himself, manages to dip away, still all 5 versus 5, but 2 minutes of this round have been just wasted by the defense. They've done a really good job at making sure that this Yod attack just has nothing going for it. As nades come through, Hatch is finally opened up. The final execute should be coming through here fairly swiftly.
Most definitely, and well, both teams played very passively, very well, in fact, considering Canny did take a lot of damage in the early round. Doesn't matter, Canny finds something out. Shliwu finds one as well, as K finds himself struck down and claimed by Shliwu, as one more comes out. Tiro finds Scrummy, and now it all goes down to a 2 versus 5, as Penta look to defend this, but Snowy's taking down Tiro, trying to reclaim what is left of this round, as they are still at a 2-man deficit, sorry.
Yeah, Sten being taken down there, though, injured. Finished by the pistol of Shliwu. Can't find the second, but Risk is there to trade. Finds the response. Penta, another successful defense, and honestly not really too surprised, considering that we do have... It is one of the primary bomb sites that we see. The real test will come here. Tertiary bomb sites will be coming through, either meeting or dining. Obviously, kitchen is the one standard throughout those 2 middle floor sites, and it will be meeting hall and kitchen. What's your take on this one, Vorsty? Do you prefer this site? Do you prefer kitchen dining?
I just want to see dining, man. We never see kitchen dining anymore. It's always kitchen meeting. Yeah, well, what does a man have to do to find a kitchen dining now and again?
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Nonetheless, though, kitchen meeting, very...
Yeah, I feel like it's better, though, just in general. It is a better site to defend than dining.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. It's a lot easier to defend.
Yeah, small tower
dining.
is just way too isolated to really give, dining really any credible chance of being defended. Obviously, because you have a lot of connected vertical options on this site, because attic links directly to the kid's bedroom. Those 2 hatches directly link each other. But also that means the attack get control of one, they basically have control of the entire vertical. So just something to be aware of for the defense there. If they lose control of this top floor,
Attackers are moving out to locate the bomb and defuse it.
okay. Hey, they got the drone in the air.
Finally.
So we have this Penta side now. Just going to be holding on here. We can see lots of ammunition being used elsewhere to try and gain control of this top floor. Pansy and Snows being involved, but Nesto is the one who finds the pick. Opportunity to get a second here if he's aware of the long angle, but the attacker dips away behind the side of the building before he can, obviously, because we can see the outlines here, and Kanzi saw the outline of Nesto perfectly in his frame of view. Takes him down to a 4 versus 4 with 1 minute now fallen by the wayside. It is going to be Penta. They're still looking pretty good, but this position from Sen is going to be so dangerous. Shliwu finds another. That's your Thatcher going down, but again, that pressure on those big tower stairs is going to be so pivotal. The scrim now hopped in the big window. Shliwu retaking up these white stairs. There's another player here up in the top floor as well. Should that backup be necessary? Shliwu finds the impact grenade, taking down Scrim very low, finding the kill in fact.
Bomb diffuser has been dropped.
It's a triple kill for Shliwu. Kayaks taken down and send the last player alive. Shliwu hops out. Very strong defense from Penta.
I mean, defense is
Wow.
Penta's best side, isn't it? It is clearly just a strong point. They've shown really what they're made of and why they want to play this map, why they want to win this. Nonetheless, though, it is only a matter of time before they have to switch to attacking, and well, then all that work on the defense doesn't mean anything.
Well, you say it doesn't mean anything. If they're able to get a 5-1 half here, then that's pretty good. That sets them up quite well to be able to take the map, especially as you think about the standard defensive rotation, that 4-2 split. Win your primary, win your secondary, but then lose that tertiary bomb site. If that's what happens for Yod, which would be very standard, which would be very expected of them, they still lose because of that 5-1. So Yod kind of want a 3-3 here to be able to take it in regulation, but again, we very much could see an overtime being set up for us here.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, we were talking about it earlier, how we simply wanted overtime to happen. As much as we don't like Oregon, well, we do like overtime, don't we? So, I mean, I'm hoping we do get some overtime. Especially these two teams are, you know, the giants, as we labelled them at the start. This is, you know,
Yeah.
Clash of the Titans, Yod versus Penta. It's all or nothing at this point. And, well, it's going to be an interesting match. It was going to be an interesting match from stage 1, and, well, it's now only getting more and more interesting. As we did see a Thorn, I think, was setting up for a run out, was that?
Not entirely sure. Yeah, I feel like we kind of deserve an overtime for this matchup, just because of how good these two teams are. I feel a little bit robbed if we didn't get to go all the way. And also, I think these teams would feel robbed if they didn't get points from this matchup. Obviously, overtime is the way to secure that. But regardless of what I'm waffling about, Sen finds the opening pick. That's Shliwu. Being taken down is now the approach into Master Bedroom, and Trophy can commence from this attack. The Wamidis did just catch out that EMP grenade from the Thatcher of Kanzi just a little bit, but still going to be working in their favor. They found this flood across. They have a lot of control now. It's just these few deployable shields standing in their way. C4 comes out, but nothing found from it. No connection off the back of that explosive. So Yod are kind of having to sit back here. As I say that though, Snows is going to find a kill onto Tim. Nesto now has to watch his back, has to be aware that there is one playing over by this small tower position. Tiro has the information on where a few of these attackers are placed, but information is only half the story. If you can't get the kills, if you can't find the frags, then you're just not going to win the rounds, plain and simple.
I have to agree with you. It is completely useless information if you get the information and then don't use it. Nonetheless, though, we see two quick kills coming out. Can he finds Risk as Tiro finds an instant refrag, as Nesto finds one more onto Snowy, and, well, now puts Penta into a 2 versus 3 at a man deficit. And what we were saying earlier, Pastor, how, you know, they are the better side on the, on the defense. It doesn't matter. Tiro with a very nice shot, and one more, an instant refrag, and one more following by Scrammy finds Nesto to close out the round for Yord and give them their second round on the board.
It was looking close, but we do have a bit of a disconnect, unfortunately.
Oh, lovely.
Yay!
Would it be a Siege competitive match without a disconnect?
I don't think it would. I don't think it would, to be completely honest. This is very Siege at the minute.
This is the best Siege you're ever gonna find.
Yeah, not entirely sure what will happen. So, I'm just gonna check with production. Are we going to be able to throw it to a break? Just checking. Looks like we will be. So yeah, we'll head to a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be straight into round 6. Penta up 3-2. Don't go anywhere. And we're back. See, I told you it wouldn't be long at all. And indeed it wasn't. So, disconnect issue sorted out. We're back into the game. Back down to the basement. Penta looking pretty good to take this with a 4-2. They don't want to try that top 4 again, because they have actually lost it twice in this half so far. And that was the lifeline that Yod needed. We talked about those rotations, Lewis. That is exactly what the doctor ordered for them.
Almost definitely, it is. Nonetheless, though, Scrammy he's picked up the Ying faster. This can never be good, right? Let's be honest. We do love Ying, but playing against Ying is ever so slightly annoying. And I was slightly surprised when Ying wasn't banned out on Oregon, considering how overpowered she can be when on that basement.
Especially
when you have
with
hatches
the Warden
open.
ban as well.
Sorry?
Well, you have the Warden band as well, so...
Exactly.
Ying, very prolific.
Early engagement coming out, though, and
Sen?
takes down Schleiwu. What's happened here? And
How?
it doesn't really matter. Yod
How?
found one that's still that matters. A bit of a whiff from Tiro's yokai, but does get away unpunished with it. That's and well now punished.
I'm confused about that. Sen just kind of wandered into dining, absolutely no contest coming through from Schleiwu. Taken out, that's all of your roam presence pretty much gone. We do see Tim kind of rotating up those big tower stairs. Just to cause a little bit of a nuisance, but there's no one really up on the top floor. He's going for a massive rotate. However, the shots coming through, if there's anyone nearby, they should be able to hear that. And indeed, it looks like Sen is now going hunting on this area. Tim just dipping away, but taking a lot of damage in the meantime as he just dipped away. Being crushed now from 2 angles as Kanzi is coming up these stairs as well. Does fall away. Tim still watching here, but the drone coming up will note his presence. They're going to know exactly where he is as the wallbangs are now going to try and come through. Tim can't shoot the drone. TCSG not the best weapon for this kind of situation as the swing comes through. Sen on 20 HP still finds the pick. The 3 versus 5, but only 1 minute left to go. Penta still have a chance here to try and hold on. However, this round looking very good for Yod to claim that 3-3 and potentially put themselves in a position to win in regulation time with a 7-5, assuming that standard defensive rotation risk. Taking a risk here, staying inside a freezer, chucks out the toxic babe, just dips away. 45 seconds left on the clock now, Lewis, and Sen can't get much closer than that as the final assault looking to come through from the freezer from this laundry side.
Time the biggest enemy here for Yod Pasta, and it's not looking particularly good for them. They have to now try and rush their execute, and well, when executes are rushed, that's when mistakes happen. happen. Mira does hit the air jab, but isn't punished at all, which he runs back into closet, and again, isn't punished by the wall. An amazing shot.
Oh my god,
Nesto
Nesto!
finds Candy, and now back into closet. Flash, though, isn't punished once again, as Tiro takes some shots onto the Ying of Scrammy, and, well, once again, isn't taken down, but most of the players on this side of York reasonably weak, as kills come out, and Risk finds himself taken down reasonably quickly. Nesto finds one, though, following up his teammate, but Tiro, and there's a C4 to go out, and Nesto takes him down quickly. And what's happened there? Faster, it's all happened so quickly.
They just had no time. Absolutely no time to get that execute through. Diffuser coming down on 000. Yeah, nothing to be done there. That is a wild round, and again, time, the biggest enemy there, Penta, they find that 4th round on the board that they wanted, that they needed.
It just, yeah, it was just time. I don't know what caused the stall, whatever it was. It just you saw them, and there was 3 or 4 of the Yod players upstairs trying to pressure this 1K, but actually it only took the Iana and I think it was the Nomad below pressuring Iana from Attic, Nomad from the tower stairs, and well, bish bash bosh, you've gotten your kill, and well, the rest of your team can focus on setting up your site. It doesn't need the entire team attention just to clear out a one person. Let's be honest, was in a position where I'm gonna die here, guys. There's nothing I can do. So even that, you only need one person on it.
Yeah, and despite all the chaos of that first half, as well as the unpredictability, we still come away with a standard 4-2 scoreline for the defense somehow. In all of the chaos, we've got the standard result.
I just do not know what happened that round. It just we just saw like 2 kills from the side of Yod coming out, and then Penta went, yeah, no, not today. We're just gonna close it out nice and quickly. And well, now we get to see Penta on the attack. They've decided to bring Ying in on this top floor site. They've gone, you think you can do it to us? Well, we're gonna do it to you this time. As this side of Yod look to play actually reasonably aggressive. 2 players downstairs as the Jaeger does rotate back up, leaving Snowy on his own in this side of dining. Shoots the drone, and well, now they do know some shots go out, pushing to about 20 HP. Was that a wall bang? Yeah,
that was straight up through the wall. This information from the drones coming in so handy. Shliwu, he's gonna dip away though, and Grim actually could find a pick here. Not gonna get any of the connection across though, as the P90 just proves a little bit too much, as Tiro also taken down a little bit to about, I say a little bit, quite a lot actually, down to about 10-15 points of health. Shliwu continuing this advance through Zulu, pushing towards security where it does lie in wait. You might be aware of the position, well certainly will be now that the pre-fire and the swing comes through. However, Snows has come here to assist his teammate as well. They're both doubled up now inside of security. It's Kayaks, however, who finds the first pick. That's Nesto going down your ace. Hard breach taken off the board. However, you do have this main breach already opened up, as it looks like it was just close on the breach that kill happened. A second kill potentially coming through in just a second from that mute, as well, Tim does actually get the trade-off there. Scrim managing to dip away as well. Again, yet more chaos here, Velocity. But we're left in a 4 versus 4, not for long, though. As Shliwu finds another pick, Snows brings it back. We're just seeing these kills go back and forth in the kill feed. It's like a crisscross chessboard in the kill feed right now, with just the blue and the orange on opposing sides. Zero slowed down a little bit, then he's going to juice himself back up with the stim pistol, but can't get the kills across, can't get away just in time. Snows and Scrim down below, aren't going to be able to get anything. Planting on the hard floor, very smart move here from Tim, because now the diffuser fully secured, fully planted, rotation caught away as well. Snows now the last one left.
Not looking, I mean, I would say it's not looking good, but I don't even think it's possible for Snows to win this, as Shliwu is on the white stair to close out the round, takes down Snow, and well, let's be honest, Snow was just unaware. He had no idea. There was no information. It all just went a bit wrong. Penta collapsed, and well, now Penta go to a 5-2, only 2 rounds away from map and match point. It just went a bit wrong, Pastor. I'm just not sure what. I can't pinpoint what happened. I think it just comes down to a case of they didn't win their gunfights, and well, in a game where it's literally about winning gunfights.
It's a first-person shooter at the end of the day. Like,
you have to win them.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defended
So
by
I just
attackers.
yeah.
I just don't know.
Back up to the top floor we go. And again, despite the 4-2 half from Penta we saw, the first round was actually an attacking victory on this top floor. So again, yet more symmetry coming through here from these two teams.
Locate the attackers.
So yeah, all is not lost. They can still win here. They win the basement. Potentially they're able to win the tertiary as well, and then we're right back in the same position. Even if they don't, they win top floor and basement again. 4-3 we go to overtime. However, Penta have just done a massive step in terms of securing that they at least go to overtime. Obviously, could still be a 7-5 victory for Yod, but chances are very, very slim that they don't find another round in the next 5. So yeah, putting themselves in a very good position to at least take 1 point, maybe even 2, potentially shooting for the full 3.
I think it's very possible, but nonetheless, I still believe in the Yod players. I still believe that overtime is a possibility, and well, the Scamzita there, I have butchered that. Oh, Tiro finds himself taken down nice and quickly, and well, it looks like Penta are going to be looking to play reasonably aggressive, reasonably quickly as well, Pastor, and well, we know what Penta are capable of while playing quickly.
The speed maybe not quite working out for Tiro though, like you mentioned. Finding himself being taken down on those main stairs. And let's see, we have a Yana inside the kitchen. Will we see a grenade? Will we see a self-nade?
Oh no, not a self-nade.
Will it happen?
I don't want to say no because then it will happen, but I don't want to say yes because it won't happen. So I'm going to say I am undecided whether it will happen or not. However, if it does happen, it would be very, very funny because, well, first cast and EMP falling out the window.
Nice.
We'd like to see.
It's going well. It's really going well for these two teams.
So far, when Yod are attacking, they self-naded, and now when Penta are attacking, they've thrown an EMP out of a window somehow, without even being in the building.
Yeah, I think it just a bit of an unlucky bounce, and I honestly thought Shliwi was going to find a first call nade there. Sen is just perfectly positioned to get taken down by that, but didn't come through. Instead, it's Panty being taken down as Nesto, the ace, does hit his mark. 10 and 4, by the way, for a player that we're seeing on the supportive roles here in the second half. Very well
Really
for himself.
He's really proving himself, isn't he? I mean, as you said, 10 and 4. As a supportive player is mental. I mean,
just like me in the rank games earlier.
Oh my days! Like in my playing days, when I was in Nessa's position as a support player, I'd barely scrape 6 kills because I'm constantly just doing droning and stuff. Nonetheless, Risk finds 1 and Kayak taken down. It's the Mute who finds himself playing nice and quickly. Ying Candela's coming in, and Snows does rotate up, does try and look towards the big window. Realizes one top white, and now this entire side of Penta playing very, very aggressive as Scam finds 1. Nesto taken down, and well, it's a 3 versus 2 for Penta. 3 versus 1 as one more's found. Tim finds himself taken down, all up to Shliwu as he tries to find 1, and Snows takes him down nice and quickly.
That was an interesting final few moments there. It looked like it was going well for Penta as well, and just in the end they just couldn't get anything done, crumbling to the point of collapse. And well, there's that round win that Yod, they were certainly going to want to see that. Now going down to the basement, which again is a site that they should win. And if we just have a look at the scoreboard, our lovely observer, our Hot Nix, who's also producing, by the way, if we can just have a look at that, you can see attack win, defense win, both of those sites on the top floor. And that's exactly what happened in the first half. So, do we now see another 2 rounds in a row coming in from the side of Yod? Is this going to be just a perfectly symmetrical sort of half structure? We go to overtime, and then, well, who knows what happens there? Obviously, this is all just speculation, but certainly would be something I love to see. And I'll tell you what, our fellow caster Golo Molu, he would be absolutely thriving seeing this Flash come aboard. And actually, he's got the shield. She's got the deployable shield as well, so, you know, there's that utility. But yeah, Flash. The Flash is, yeah, certainly going to be a Golu Molu favourite, I would say.
The shield master Golu himself.
The amount of Clash plays you saw in ranks earlier, that was insane.
That
And the
was
Monty.
it.
Don't forget the Monty. That was
The man is mental on shields. Nonetheless, Clash going to be playing very
many
aggressive.
Monty
Opened up the bunker double door, and would you believe it? No one's around there.
Yep. Maybe they've droned it. Maybe they just aren't interested in that part of the map at this moment in time. What they should have been interested in was Scrim's position, though. Tim rushes in, ill-advised, as the Nomad taken down immediately after an aggressive angle was held by the Jaeger of Scrim. And that puts Yod at a very early advantage. And Kanzi's tricked the hatch as well. EMP coming through, that is going to catch this time. Hatch on E-Box opened up successfully, but still just wasting a few of those X-Kairos pellets from the Yana. Tried to pull C4 out as well, but didn't connect even or find any damage at all, really. But it's still a 5 versus 4. Yod's in a very good position.
Oh, most definitely, and they did take out Tim nice and early in the round. The Nomad, there's no way of preventing the flanks now other than the drones. Candela goes out, and Risk finds himself met with a shotgun of Snow's Mew, and well...
I thought we were going to see another kill on those stairs then.
So did I, but no, only a little bit of damage, a couple pellets, and well, put to about 75 HP. C4 goes out. Tiro looking to play aggressive on Pillar, met by the Clash, and then met by Snowies, who's then also met by Nesto. It's quick kills in quick succession here. Pastor on Oregon as Schlilo dropped down, finds one more, found instant refrag by Scrim. Schlilo finds himself taken down nice and quickly after finding his 1 kill, and now it's a 2 versus 3. Clash still in play and being a monumental part of this defense for Yod.
Yeah, just having to hold on, hide behind this Clash. It's actually a 2v3 when it comes to the gunfights, but you have this moving shield, you have this moving barrier. But no, there's a team kill coming through! The Scrim did take down Risk, and Kayaks just drifted in front of the bullets. Unlucky miscommunication there from Yod as well. This team, they are not invincible. Nesto now has a potential for a 1 versus 3 clutch technically, and didn't even have to do any work to find the first of the 3 kills needed. Now 30 seconds left, plenty of time. Has the diffuser in pocket as well. Just Sen and Scrim, 2 players that have been doing pretty well, but Nesto not that much of a slouch himself, but just not enough to do. Sen is going to shut it down with the Vector, obviously playing the mirror there, and it's being brought back. Yod, they're within 1 round, and we've got another disconnect, Lewis.
Oh god, not another one.
DJ Khaled, another one. Yeah.
We can't have another disconnect. Another technical pause then we go into, and it's going to allow the teams to kind of speak through what's going wrong, guys. What do we need to do better?
They can't chat with the coach, but, you know, it is still a bit of time to breathe. And speaking of time to breathe, we're just going to give you another little bit of a respite.
I wish they would change that rule, though. From a coach, I wish they would change that rule.
But then it's not a tactical timeout. Anyway, that issue aside, we'll debate that off. We'll debate that off stream. It looks like we might even have a bit of a rehost on our hands. So yeah, 5 rounds to 4, Penta in the lead. We'll get right back with you when this game restarts. Again, just wow. Hello! We're back.
We're back.
Rehost 6 Siege, you gotta love it. As we head into round number 9, round number 10 even. I can count. Meeting hall and kitchen, so it looks like you might not be getting your dining today,
Defenders,
Lewis.
protect your bombs from being
I just
defused by
want
attackers.
dining, man. For once, I will pay a team to play kitchen dining on this map.
That's match fixing and probably against the rules.
Probably, no,
Okay.
definitely.
Located by attackers.
Yeah.
But yes, kitchen dining we go to. We've seen kitchen meeting. Sorry, I've been saying kitchen dining too much. Kitchen meeting we go to,
Uh-huh.
and well, we've seen. We did see the side of Penta play this, and well, it was reason. I mean, I have to say it was okay. It was a bit scrappy in my opinion, but I mean, you're never gonna have a perfect round of siege, are you? So it was
No.
decent by all accounts, and well, let's hope Yod can
5 seconds
replicate
left.
and do better from what they learned and what they've. Oh, I just want to see their strats. Let's be honest.
Attackers are heading out.
What can their strats bring?
Well, we'll find out. We have a castle being brought along as well as an echo. And an Oryx as well. I think Mute and Jaeger's kind of standard, but those are the three at the top of the list there that are maybe a little bit less common that you might see. But yeah, it's still an interesting TM setup that we're seeing coming through here. Just some Foster shields being set up by the attack as well, just trying to establish some of this control over by that tower side. Make sure that they have everything that they need before going for an assault on the bomb site. Those feet holes were actually just taken away by the defense, reinforced that back up. So Nesto should be in position here. Just open up the breach. The impact EMP comes through, and well, yeah, that's now going to be the breach being completed. Pansy looks to get aggressive up on this one, but it's him who finds it first. That's your Echo going down. Vital utility taken off the board as a C4 comes through. The Osir of Shliwu able to dip away just in time. Prone angle from Kanzi, not going to connect. Penta looking very strong here in this tertiary bomb site. They look like they want to get up onto that map point opportunity.
Yeah, Nesto finds one. Kayak taken down nice and quickly. 5 versus 2, 5 versus 1 is Snowy gets taken down. 2 be confirmed by Shliwu, but Scrim comes up behind with the backstab, and Nesto taken down nice and quickly, puts it to a 1 versus 4, but Brisk gonna get the plant down, and we are gonna be seeing a post-plant situation here. Past there were 45 seconds now left on the clock. It was 1:20, now 41. It's not looking particularly good for Scrim here, but he does find
Nice
one.
shot.
Tiro taken down with a nice shot from Scrim. He is going to be trying to walk up the tower stair, shoots out the gridlock traps, and well, now it's slow.
He was below though, and I don't think he'll be aware of it. Didn't even matter though. Tim, from that long range, shuts it down with the G36C there on the Yana. And again, map point for Penta. That's 1 point now on the board. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good for them. They're going to be happy with that. Obviously, you know, we're going to want to push for the full 3. That win in regulation time, obviously netting 3 points. If we get it to overtime, which is obviously winning 6 rounds, then you get 2 points for the winner, 1 point for the loser, because it did go to overtime. So just a little bit of housekeeping there on how this works is, well, both of these teams are looking to finish up their penultimate game here of the group stage. Both of them looking likely to go through.
Protect your bombs from being defused by
I think it would be a rare result if we didn't see both of these teams come through, considering that they're currently sitting on 6 points, both second and third in the group so far. And Penta's only loss as well is just a forfeit loss, so couldn't fill the roster for that Playday. So who knows, if they played that game, maybe they win it out as well. So yeah, 2 very strong teams in their group, and I don't think this will be the breaker for Yod if they lose it here in regulation, if Penta claim those full 3 points, but it's certainly going to make their road a lot more difficult. Getting to overtime and at least finding 1 here is very helpful for their run towards the playoffs. But obviously, only the bottom 2 of each group are actually eliminated. So chances are they're going through to the Swift stage next.
Most definitely, and as you said, these 2 teams, it would be quite shocking if both teams didn't get through, and well, it's It isn't exactly a decided game, but every round, every second of this game does count, as whoever loses is going to make their road throughout the next game, and well then onto the playoffs, increasingly harder. And Nesto does take some shots and does land some on scrim, and he isn't aware that scrim. It wasn't even scrim, it was canny that he does miss. Sorry, I'm completely wrong.
And actually, the Grim's being used here. Shliwu with the Grim has spotted out Kanzi, and that allows Tiro to get the opening pick of the round, the up nade through the vertical, through the garage, taking out that frost. I think that's the first time I've ever seen those Vs being used effectively in any game ever, be it ranked, quick match, unranked, pro play, just anything. I think that's the first time. I feel like that's a momentous occasion.
Yeah, I have to agree.
They actually
do you ever see it? Tiro finds one though, and well then Snows gets it down, but not out yet to be claimed. And again, Yod aren't looking particularly good here, and it is two people standing between Penta and their win as it goes to 1 versus 5. Can taken down by Shliwu, the man to close it out. Penta, Shliwu takes down Can, and well, Penta win the game. As simple as that. As quick as that.
Yeah, 7 rounds to 4. That is that 3 points that they wanted. I still can't get over the fact that Grim actually had some use inside of a round. That's ridiculous. I don't believe that.
Neither do I.
Why has Tiro got a fire next to it? Did you see that? No. Very confused. Just looking at the final scoreboard at the end of the game there was just a little fire next to Tiro's name. I'm really confused as to what that meant.
Maybe his console's on fire. That's why he kept disconnecting.
Wasn't it Tim that disconnected, though?
We don't know. Well, nonetheless, it ended nice and quickly. Penta won that.
Yeah.
7-5. 7-4?
4.
7-5? 4.
7-4.
7-4. Wow.
Oh. It's good that you're paying attention to the game, Lou.
I'm very much paying attention.
Right. Okay. Well, that was a game of Oregon. I love Oregon. Okay, let's actually take a second to break that down there, because, meme as we want,
it was a very good match.
It was actually a pretty good match. Again, I feel a little bit robbed that we didn't see the overtime, but Penta's attacks were just so damn strong. So strong. They just seemed to be a lot more, connected. They seem to have that cohesion that maybe we didn't see on Yod's attacks. But again, there's still a few mistakes to iron out there in terms of the defense as well. We saw that top floor only go their way once, and that's kind of a primary site. You kind of want to win that one if you're defending. And it took them, they only won 1 out of their 3 goes at it. And again, it was kind of a similar not success record from Yod on the other side. It's just that Penta, they won that tertiary site. Again, instrumental, pivotal to the result of that game.
Yeah, Penta just had their coordination completely on point. No matter what happened in the round, they knew what they were doing. They had their mental checklist. They took it step by step. They ticked everything off on that checklist. And as a result of that, they won the map 7-4.
Yeah.
And as you said, they won that tertiary bomb site, and they won, each round. Even if they lost it, it was getting increasingly closer. Yod was putting up a good fight. But again, Penta, with that mental checklist they had, just they couldn't do anything against it, because they crossed the T's and dot the I's.
Absolutely. They did pretty much all they needed to do. And looking towards the side of Yod, there were still good points there as well. It's not all doom and gloom for that side. It was, all things considered, a pretty close game. Obviously, still issues to iron out for both teams, but I think that Yod, they have a lot to be happy with, especially with a couple of their attacks. They looked very, very strong, and the defenses they did win again. They looked really, really good on those, but there were just inconsistency maybe you could say, on their defensive side, and that kind of led to losing the game and not being able to find the win when attacking onto the tertiary as well. Shiliwu, with I think it was a 4K in that round, they just couldn't really deal with the aggression too much. We saw when Penta were going hard and fast was when Yod struggled the most.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. It was just a very close match. I don't think there's much more we can say past it other than it was just such a close match.
Yeah, and I have just heard word. You know that fire symbol? Apparently it means they're offline on Ubisoft Connect. There we go. Mystery solved. Yeah, because I was really confused by that for a second. I was like, because usually when stuff is fire, it's like, wow, they're on fire. They did really well. And it's like, we only saw 2 rounds, so we can't really say for sure. But yeah, in general, it was a very good performance from Penta. Yod have a lot to be proud of. And looking towards our next game then, which we'll dive into a little bit later on. I'm just going to make sure that I don't fluff this up. It's going to be Eternal Synergy versus Team Pulse, or Pulse Nation even. 2 very good teams yet again, struggling a little bit. What map? I don't know what map it's going to be. I don't know if you do. And I don't want to hear.
Oh, okay.
What do you reckon the map will be just before we toss to a break?
You know what? I'm gonna hate to say it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it might be another Oregon.
Okay, well, stay tuned to find out, folks. This is a cliffhanger that we're going to drop you with. Maybe Oregon coming up. Who knows? Eternal Synergy versus Pulse Nation coming after this quick break. We'll see you in about 10 minutes or so. Well, we're back. We're back in Hotnix's basement, the bunker, if you will. Eternal Synergy versus Pulse Nation. I'm still Pasta, still joined by Velocity. And Lewis, what's your take on this matchup?
Well, first off, I think we have to say the map. Our predictions were wrong. It's not Oregon.
Thank God.
It's Chalet.
Thank God.
Personally, one of my favorite maps. So I'm very, very happy. In terms of matchup, Eternal Synergy versus the Pulse Nation. 2 teams we've seen of before. We've seen quite a lot from Eternal Synergy, not as much from Pulse Nation. However, the bits we've seen by them have been quite promising and reasonably good. So again, quite another, I'd have to say, a big match here, Pasta. Both teams are here to show what they're made of once again and why they should have that spot moving into the playoffs, into the Swiss stage, if you will, of the ESA Cup to go on to win the massive prize pool. So I'm excited to see. And again, Chalet can be one of those even maps. Can be one of those even maps when the 2 teams, the 2 correct teams, are matched against each other. So the real question is it going to be one of these cases, or is this going to be one-sided? It's just we're going to have to wait and see, aren't we?
Well, Pulse, they had a very good start to the season. 7-1 victory against Yod. Their other games have not quite been so good. Eternal Synergy have had even less success than that. They haven't even won a game yet, only won 8 rounds total throughout the entire season. For Eternal Synergy, this game is the do or die. If Pulse Nation win this one, it's over. Eternal Synergy will not be going through to the Swiss playoffs, and they will be in the bottom 2 of Group D. They will not be able to progress. Pulse Nation, if they go out or if they lose here, I think they're still in with a chance, but it's a very, very slim chance. They want to get onto these 6 points to really give themselves a shoe in here. Obviously, this scoreboard isn't quite updated with the results from today. You'll still see that Penta and Yod are still on 6 points each. Obviously, that will be updated before next week. As all the other groups have had at least one team eliminated from this playoffs contention, that 16-team Swiss bracket, before we get to that final round, which is when we start to get that standard single elimination finals like you would normally see with the 8 teams that are left. So for these teams, this is a must-win matchup because Pulse Nation, even if they don't lose here, or even if they do lose here, they still technically have a chance. But at that point, it looks very, very the opposite of doable.
Yeah, this is kind of it is a big match for both these teams. As you said, both these teams are kind of at the bottom half of their group, and as you said as well, Eternal Synergy, if they lose this, they're out. They cannot advance. So this is a huge, huge, huge match for them, and this is a must win. No mistakes. No, it must be a flawless run the whole time. They cannot be dropping the big rounds against them because it will then just come down to round difference. And, well, then it's... Yeah.
They're already like minus 13 on the round difference so far. So, yeah, coming into Chalet then, what are you thinking in terms of the bans that we see, in terms of the... in terms of, operator bans, the standard sites, obviously, and we will see Pulse Nation starting out on this defense, and that means they get the first attacking ban here.
Yeah, I think we have to see a Thatcher ban coming out here. It's simple, it's reasonable, but Flores as well being a good pick. I was going to label Flores as the second, but because even if you are the attacker, you don't want to be playing against the Flores when you're on the defense, and likewise for Thatcher. But nonetheless, we are going to see the next ban coming in as a Ying.
I wouldn't
put that. It makes sense, but I wouldn't put that as a top ban pasta. Onto the defense though, I think we have to see a Cade. Yeah, I think it's a given. We see a Cade, and no, it's an Azami.
See, that's an interesting one.
It is a bit interesting, actually.
Obviously, again, makes sense. You have that sort of. It's been called a trident of operators, though maybe it's now a quadrant because of how useful Fenrir is in the current meta as well. But Azami, Valkyrie, Solace, maybe Fenrir as well, are the operators that you are going to see banned out a lot of the time by these teams just by virtue of how strong they are in the meta. You often see at least one, often two of those 3, now 4, being taken off the board. Azami, the Keeper Barriers, Fenrir, the FNAT Dread Mines, just so damn useful.
I have to agree. I'm looking at this defending composition, and I'm slightly intrigued what they're going to do. Bringing the castle. I mean, I'm also quite interested. They haven't brought a Frost, and I mean, Frost is incredibly underrated on this map, and she can deny a ludicrous amount of control or entries, or even entry into the site by 3 things she puts on the floor. She puts one on the games window, it's denied the games window. Put one on mud, on the mud window, it basically denies any entry into mud, and then the other one wherever you're feeling, and probably K9 window, as we're looking at now, and then Bish Bash Bosh, you've denied all the 3 main entry points where you would for this site. So I'm quite surprised she's not been brought, but nonetheless, it is Baron Games, so it's understandable that they brought the castle in substitute of. He does just as good as a job, and to an extent, he is even more annoying because, well, if you don't have anything to breach his barricades with, you're locked out of sight, and you've got to hit him at least 20 times just to get rid of it.
Yeah. No, absolutely. As we start to see now this attack inside of Eternal Synergy start to approach the building here. It looks like they're going to be mainly focusing on this sort of southeastern side of it. Because obviously that's the opposite side of the map to the bomb site. It's quite often on this map that we will see, especially on these mid-floor, on the ground floor sites even, you have an attacking team, they start on the top floor, over on the other side, and they start their clear across, and that's AJ being cleared out by Holzrusser, meaning that that's the first pick in this game going to Eternal Synergy. Obviously, there is going to be some attacking pressure onto this library site as well because of just how important this room is. You have to have this vertical pressure if you want to have a successful attack of this bomb site, unless you can be very, very sneaky under the noses of the defense, and that's incredibly unlikely. So the impact was the EMP comes through, even Nate as well. That's going to force Dicker away from there as the ADSs were caught out and clearing some of that utility as well. The grenades come through. Half the round, though, has dipped away, and it's still in that 5 versus 4, Lewis.
Bit of a slow round for Eternal Synergy. They started off nice and quick, nice and strong, getting their opening pick, and everything slowed down as Snitchy Poo takes down one, and there's one more to follow up behind it as Roosters, is it Roosters, does find himself taken down within quick succession of his teammate Code Draft, and one more coming out by Joa. Finds himself taken down regionally, but the yellow picks only finds one more amazing shot, and he finds his triple. Can he find the fourth? That is the question, Pastor.
Exia now the last player left standing for his team in this 1 versus 4 situation. A little bit of damage dealt onto Schnitzy Poo. That's a Jaeger that you can see inside a kill box. Lexinio finding 4 kills inside of the round, though. The prone angle comes through in the end of things. What a round! What a round from the Warden there. Absolutely stalwart defense of that mezzanine.
That was mental.
Yeah, just now what you can do, really. Absolutely nothing. Apart from get the kills, obviously.
That was insane. The shots from Alexi. I mean, what a way to start it. Not Alexia.
Exia? I don't know, who are you?
The Warden of last round. I'm trying to think who it was. Lexinio. Yeah, sorry, it was Exia. It was Exia who was the last one alive on the side of Eternal Synergy. Lexinio though, what with off round 1, you're gonna pick up a 4K nice and quick like that and it wasn't even a sloppy one. It was just crisp, clean, nice shots anyway. So, and what we're taking off to basically Ghost Gnome, Real and Wine though. This is reasonably default, but did I just hear a rotate on the boiler wall?
Let's see your hotnets. Could we just get a little bit of a?
Can we have a little peek? We are. Okay, this is interesting. And rotate on the boiler. And a shit. I'm interested to see what this is going to do, Pastor.
Yeah. It allows a bit more fluidity from the defense, but it's also a wall very close to the exterior that is kind of free control for the attack. If they can get control of Trench, they essentially have a way to the bomb site for free. Usually you have to commit some hard breach utility to get that wall open, so the defense, if they do have to dip away, hopefully they have the time for their sake to be able to reinforce it off. But it is Ozrusa yet again finding the opening pick, this time playing the fuse as it's Schnitzy Poo going down in the early stages here. First minute gone, 1 player gone. That is the Jaeger. Yet again, Eternal Synergy starting things well with the early player advantage.
Eternal Synergy, they have brought the fuse, and while this is going to cause some issues for the side of Pulse Nation, they have to try and clear him out, and they have to obviously, somehow avoid getting all the damage taken by his very annoying charges, as Lazinho is droned and is forced to move off of blue, being blocked by his fellow teammate AJ, which is interesting. And the charges bandit trick, no, they can't get the main breach open.
They still have an exothermic in pocket, but Beans on this Kaid is just being so disruptive to this attack. If they're able to clear it again, I don't think you'll have any backup for it, but that's a massive hindrance in the plans of Eternal Synergy, and it puts Pulse Nation in a very good spot to have this game be collected, as AJ is going to get caught out by Ozrusa, and that's now going to be the main breach opened up. Should be opportunity for a plant to come through though, as Ozrusa taken down by the Kaid of Beans, looking to try and keep their team in it, but blue is now under the control of the attack as well. Kodaf, Jawa finding kills. It's Dicker, the last one alive, finding the injure collection onto Jawa, but still 3 players left to find as the diffuser is now stuck, planted. 40-second timer and now essentially 30 seconds because of the 7-second defuse time. And the swing comes through. SMG-12 beating SMG-11, and Exia finding the final pick, this time not the last to die. And that's now 1 round apiece. ESG with a very strong attack here onto the basement.
They responded well. They saw what happened to them last round. They went, no, thank you, not this time. And well, they responded with a very strong and a very promising attack. And this is why ESG are kind of a big dog, you know, in coming into this match. Post Nation, let's be honest, are the underdogs coming into this. We've seen a lot more of ESG than we have of Post Nation. The more experienced roster, shall we say, ESG are. And well, that 1 round sums it up perfectly, doesn't it? Just shows why ESG are here and why they're here to play. When does ESG play? They play now.
Absolutely. We're seeing a return to the fuse. Obviously, basement site attempted yet again. That position that you can get from the mezzanine is just so useful. It just opens up all of this vertical sight lines, even gets a lot of damage into the side itself, clears a whole bunch of utility defender positions. So very, very strong, and you can do it from the safety of that top floor. So very impactful, so very useful. We saw it in use in that previous round, and I would be very shocked if we don't see Rusta doing it again. And, well, I'll eat my words. No, I won't. I honestly, if the glass came through that, I probably would have just left my desk and you would have had to solo cast. I'm really sorry, but that's what it would have come down to. I would have flipped.
The big question is, Pastor, as a whole Rusa, he is bringing the fuse once more, and
yep.
the real big and the key question is, how are Pulse Nation now going to adapt to this? How are they going to do their best to counter this fuse?
Upstairs.
Who caused such a nuisance for them, caused such a problem for Pulse Nation. They have to be able to counter this effectively. They must be able to have a plan in their head going, okay, this didn't work last time, we're changing this now. And if they don't do that effectively, well, we're going to see a replication of last round, shall we call it. Nonetheless, though, first charge going out is going to be trying to clear out fireplace, and well, we haven't found anyone. The vertical are going to be played though. It is going to be clearing out. It's going to be restricting all the site. Well, it's restricting a good amount of
Look at the sight lines you open with. Just 2 of those cluster charges. Still has 2 left in pocket as well. Should they need to get something like... should they need to try and just clear some utility, clear some players even, as look at just how these sight lines are being used here. Lacenio couldn't get called out actually, as Rusa is just keeping watch above this hatch. Main breach starting to be opened up as well. I don't believe Beans will be able to kite trick it this time, and indeed just a little bit too late. Rusa, bit of damage coming through, but the hatch is now being opened up as well. However, they still need to try and clear this upstairs position. Exia finding one, but this attack just taking maybe a little bit too long.
Stalling out here for the attackers. There's only 1 minute and 10 seconds left. We're saying this. Beans finds himself taken down. AJ with an instant refrag, and he finds 2. Puts it to a 3 versus 3. AJ putting his team back into this, clawing back what's left, and is now rotating back down to site, stalling the attackers even more with only 54 seconds left on the clock. They haven't even really got an X2 set up yet as Jao walks down the main stairs. As Schnitzy finds 1. Kodrath off the board, taken out nice and quickly. Starbu does run into a little bit of damage from the electric on the wall as AJ finds a triple, and Schnitzy closes out the round. Starbu taken down, and wow, what a defense from this side. Just wow. This Pulse Nation side responding back quickly, efficiently, and very, very well.
Successful defense. It got close, but I mean, AJ, what a performance in that round.
Is AJ a new addition to the roster? I don't remember.
I don't recognize that from a couple weeks ago, actually. So, yeah, I mean, obviously they don't just have those fluid 5s. Obviously, when we are in these sort of console leagues, we don't necessarily have just a
Let's set 5.
a full set 5. You know, people have jobs, they have other things that happen in their real life, so yeah, a lot of the time you'll see teams with 8, 9 players that can just
Swap in and out.
fill in when required, fill out the spots. But yeah, AJ certainly, I mean, was 0-2, but that round was definitely had an impact in the game.
Yeah, momentum was certainly in their favour that round, and well, they need to replicate that reasonably quickly on this site here. As momentum is quite key, and you start to snowball in this massive site, and well, whatever side snowballs basically wins now. It's just the way it goes. It's the way the cookie crumbles faster.
Yeah, it sometimes is. I want to see some spawn peaks. I want to see some of this early round. Like, we got it in that last game between Penta and Yod. We saw this early aggression from the defense. Pulse Nation just deciding to sit a little bit back from that. Not necessarily being overly aggressive, but Shinitsipu still finds himself down in the early stages of this round. It's that long angle from the windows outside of West Main. We do have an entrance inside a trophy as well. But it's AJ with another 2 massive picks, just continuing to dominate inside of this round. Shinitsipu finds a hop in into trophy. ESG falling apart yet again. 2 versus 5, Lewis, within the first minute.
AJ, what is that? That is ludicrous. You can't be doing that. Sure. What has happened there? He's not only found a triple last round, he's on his way to find another. He's got 2 so far on this round, and it's put ESG in a bit of a tough position. A 2 versus 5 now. Shinitsipu does find himself on the 20 HP mark, was injured, but what was not to be confirmed. Co-draft goes to be taking some shots, is aware of Shinitsipu's position, and he's now kind of stuck being pinned from this west main window, and well, now Starvu is going to be opening up the wall, but it doesn't matter because he's still got he's effectively in a 1 versus 5 here. AJ is whipping, maybe. AJ, hello, what's happened here? He's found there's 2 come out, Shinitsipu and 1 more, and Co. Taken down early in this round. What's happened here? It's all slowing right down.
I don't know, however, we do need to just be aware yet again that this isn't Gibson
AJ!
attack onto AJ with 2 massive picks in the end of it as well. Never mind me. He just cleans them both up with the 180.
Forget what I've said about when does ESG play, when does AJ play, and he plays right now. He finds a... We've seen a triple, we've seen a 4K, dare I say an ace this round.
That was one of the rounds of all time. And again, a lot of that focus on the kitchen side, and they were defending top floor, Lewis. There was just a complete, not disregard for where the bomb site was, but it didn't seem like they really had a plan for attacking the top floor. It just all fell apart on that ground floor.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being
I mean, I can't pick out past it. I can't break it down. I can't see the visible mistakes that happened. There's clearly some mistakes that are happening, and whether that's just a lack of info, a lack of droning, and I think that was the case last round if we're looking at it.
Yeah.
AJ found 2, where the 2 that he shouldn't have been allowed to find.
Yeah.
So I think it does come down to that lack of droning, the dare I say poor coordination that round as well. I don't want to slam them, but that was awful.
There should have been trades coming through.
Exactly.
Like, especially the two bursts of 2 kills were just in 2 kills even were just in such quick succession. Like, there should have been a trade there. They were obviously set up for it, just maybe not hitting the shots, maybe just a little bit disjointed in terms of the timing. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, especially in that last example, definitely just not quite playing together in those swings. And it's cost them greatly. ESG, it's costed them greatly. However, Bar Gaming yet again coming through. This is, I believe, where we saw Eternal Synergy. No. This was actually a win for this defensive team. It was round 2 that we saw ESG win, which was the basement. Obviously, closed out a second time by Pulse Nation. They will be able to play again inside of that round number 6, should we get them. I was saying, should we get there? Of course we're going to get there. That's ludicrous. I'm just wishing this game away, Lewis.
Yeah.
It's nap time. Like, that 4K is well and truly just exhausted me, and I'm not even. All I'm doing is shouting about it.
Well, they are going to be doing their best to be clearing this pulse
dear.
away, but both nades burned by the ADS. The EMP ineffective did not work, and now the Ace is opening up the window. Does have the fuser in hand. No, shouldn't really be overextending this much with minimal teammates around him. They are all focusing his library stairs. We're saying this C4 goes out injured, yet to be confirmed though. And it does put the Ace to about 20 HP if he's picked back up. And as you say that, yes he is. And the Warden, again, being a key part, it's not AJ this time on the Warden. They hold it on his mezzanine side. It is reasonably vital. As Schnitzy Poo finds one, Kodaf finds one more, and followed up quickly by his teammate. It's a 4v3 pasta. Kills in quick succession, and that's not much more you can do. But the man, the myth, the legend, AJ, he's found one. Can he find one more? That's the question.
I don't understand how he keeps being able to do this. Dipped way down through the basement, able to escape, tail between his legs, but still alive, still ready to take some gunfights. In the end of things, this hatch angle being contested by Schnitzy, who has to dip away from that. Does get caught in the end. Jawa being the one who finds that kill, but AJ is continuing to fire on all cylinders, taking down Kodaf. 30 seconds left now in a 2 versus 2. Exia is playing the Montaigne as well, so that's not really a gun up, making it technically a 1 versus 1, and it's going to be one out by Jawa. Eternal synergy with another successful round. AJ, try as he might, could not drag his team across the finish line.
Just came up short.
2 rounds to 3 now, and possibly we see that 3-3 half. However, we will be going back to Baron Gaming from the looks of it. AJ is just so damn good, man. This is insane.
He is mesmerizing me. He will pluck kills out of thin air.
It's insane.
I don't understand how one person can find so many kills, but not only find so many kills, just completely out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's ludicrous. Where's he coming from? How's he doing it? And more importantly, Pascal,
why haven't
I
I
allowed
seen him
to do it?
And also, another good question, why haven't I seen him until now?
Yeah.
Keep him on the starting 5, please. This is
the siege we like to be seeing.
Display.
I mean, debut of a lifetime, if you ask me. He goes 9-3.
And Kodaf might be bringing along the Amaru?
Oh, Kodaf.
Oh my god. Gridlock as well coming through from Ristler. Looking like a lot of this attacking lineup is being switched around. Maybe they were anticipating a bit of a basement, because obviously we saw that one in round number 3. It's able to be played again. But no, it is just Bar Gaming yet again. I just want to know what Kodaf does, man. I really, really want to know.
Is it possible?
He doesn't have the supernova though, so you know.
Is it possible he's just running it
Losing
because he
Mars.
has flashes, because Amaru has the flashes, because Amaru has actually
and the G8 as well.
2 reasonably good guns as well, the G8
Yeah.
and the SMG11. I mean, it could just be possible. Oh yeah, we're going to bring it because of the guns. Because, well, who doesn't want to play with a G8 and an SMG11 at, basically at the same time? But I mean, no, doesn't matter. Here we go.
Quick entry.
He's in the building. Beans is fine too, though, out of nowhere, shut down quite quickly by Kodaf with an amazing shot, finds 2 routers quick succession. But AJ, we're talking about him. He's found 1 kill out of nowhere, 1 versus 2. He does try and find the Lion, and the Lion scan goes out. He finds the Lion scan in a 1 versus 1, but Roosters closes him down, and then gives ESG that round. What? That's not what's happening.
I don't know. I'm so confused,
What's happening?
Man. How is it a 3-3? How is it a 3-3? Oh, AJ looks on for it as well. But yeah, just not to be Hole's Russer.
Where does he find the kills?
I don't know.
Why can't I find kills like that in my ranked games?
Yeah, to be fair, you did have a bit of a shocking display today. I mean, there's still chance. The funny thing was, I either top fragged or bottom fragged. There was like no in
There was
between.
no in between.
There's no in between.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
Yeah.
bombs.
That's either way. Enough about our ranked escapades. It was a pretty successful. It was actually, I say enough, but it was a pretty successful session, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
It was. It was quite
Oh.
successful.
But barring gaming, we go faster then. For
Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting
the
distracted.
third time in a row we see it, for us at least. And well, down the road swap, we get to see ESG on the defense and Pulse Nation on the attack. And, AJ's picked up the Ash. What more
Of
can be
course.
said?
10 seconds left.
I feel like when you're doing this well, you're just allowed to play whatever operator you want. He
Yeah.
could be playing like, I don't know. He could be playing Kali, and I'd be like, yeah, he's got a use for it. It's AJ. Like, you're not allowed to criticize someone when they're doing this well for their operator.
When they're doing 11, when they went 11-4 in one single half.
Yeah, like some players struggle to get 11 kills in an entire game, right? He's got that in just one half, and he started the first 2 rounds out 0-2, right?
Yeah.
That's just in 4 rounds.
Boys. Oh dear. What has
Oh.
happened?
And the crazy thing is, they only won 2 of them.
Yeah. Nonetheless, he is going to be going from this library side, going to be taking as much control as possible. We know library is quite a useful place to have. It's vital to a push, and especially with sparring game inside. Kodaf finds one. Schnitzy Po off the board. That's also gridlock. Not the most impactful of kills, but nonetheless, a kill is a kill. Gives them the man advantage. Pulse Nation at a 1-man deficit past her.
Yeah, 1 minute's gone off the clock. Schnitzy Poo, the gridlock, taken down. That's the tracks thing is taken off the board. Kodaf is still standing strong on this mezzanine position, which we saw be a bit of a defensive stronghold from this attacking side now of Pulse Nation when they were on their defense. AJ nearly finding another pick onto Kodaf with a trade, admittedly late, but a trade nonetheless. However, just not to be. Dips away in time as the rest of the attack are creating pressure elsewhere, clearing across from this northeastern side, finding angles on towards mezzanine, finding... Oh, I thought it was going to be a kill
I
there.
thought that was going to be a shot there.
Honestly, finding angles on towards mezzanine, finding angles on towards those blue stairs as well, and I don't think Late Senior knows just how close he was to absolutely just decimating Kodaf there, because you do have a little bit of an angle through that hospital there, maybe, just to get this angle, but it is Kodaf finding shots. It is just a Gemini clone, but still, the gun's coming alive. EMP grenade caught out by the ADS, this one by a magnet, but hopefully it will still go off for their sake. We have the nade coming through, denies that deployable shield, but Jawa is still playing in that position. Kodaf taking a bit of heat now from that angle as well. It's the last 40 seconds. AJ,
Where's
the
he
magic
found
man,
it from?
finding a kill out of nowhere, just magics it out of just thin air, really. The absolute wizardry, though, put to an end by Jawa, making it 4 versus 3. ESG only needs to hold on for another 20 seconds. There's Frostmat here as well. He's going to catch out Dicker. That's the diffuser now down, and that's going to put a lot of time pressure onto the side of this Team Pulse attack. Kodaf, how do you whiff that? Can't get the kill, but there's still no time. 8 seconds left. Beans is down. It's Latinho, 1 versus 3, and he can't find it. Strobo being the one to find that kill.
Oh no.
And Eternal Synergy, they claimed the lead.
Let me just point out late Xenia with. No, what? No, there wasn't late Xenia on the ace. Whoever was on the ace, what a shot! I know. Kodaf whiffed, but what a shot!
Yeah.
That was mental. That was a very close time. The biggest enemy there for the side of Pulse Nation, and they just struggled massively.
Attackers need to locate and
ESG
defuse bombs.
time wasting to a textbook extent. That was a mixture between textbook and expert for some reason. To a textbook extent, and no matter what they did, there was always, no matter what Pulse Nation did, there was always some way to stop them from doing that. Whether
Yeah,
that
very strong defense, and they managed to shut down AJ as well, who's been kind of playing a blinder so far. Only limits him to 1 kill. finding the trade immediately. That's huge. Getting those trades, which we didn't necessarily see from them on their attack, pivotal.
Very pivotal. And it's only growing. The monster that we call AJ is only growing from now. As we do see Matt's in office now in play, and there's 3 of them running library. Was it a wrong spawn maybe? Well, they've just, what can you do about it?
I mean, you do get a lot of libraries. You need to kind of have control of mezzanine and control of libraries to be able to really do any sort of attack on this bomb site. So
yeah, I just thought they were all spawning lakeside, so I kind of assumed, oh yeah, it's gonna be a heavy canine take. Oh no, surely a drone comes out here, right?
Yeah,
What?
There was a drone! And Schnitzy Poo gets the kill anyway! There's no communication from the attack, it seems, because the drone definitely spotted out the Warden of Rissa. But it doesn't matter because Schnitzy Poo's found the kill regardless. Interesting. Maybe in a bit of a perplexing spot round number 8 here, but in the end of things, it is Pulse getting a kill and another one in the early advantage here, 5 versus 3. Kodaf finds one back at least, but now just dipping further away, just back to sight, staying safe. 4 versus 3 for Pulse Nation.
I mean, can we just put out late Xenia? What a shot! Saw half a pixel of I believe that was Xia's head, and well then, good night. You're no longer in the match, taken off the board reasonably quickly, and well now only a minute and 20 left in this round pass, so they have to kind of speed up there. Execute only ever so slightly, but they have lost beans to Thatcher, who wasn't going to be bringing any sort of going to be brought to get rid of any sort of water Nile in any way, shape, or form. It doesn't matter, there was none brought in the first place. They are going to be opening up the main wall, and Lexio finds one more. Jawa off the board quickly. Dickwell, though, does take a little bit of damage as Kodaf finds AJ, the man that we've seen so much of. Doesn't find a kill in this round, and is taken off the board nice and quickly passed up.
Strobo and Kodaf then left in this situation now. Just Kodaf. As the vertical nade comes through, taking out a Jaeger is always a pretty insulting way to be taken out by a grenade, is when you are obviously on that German operator. Kodaf is a lovely swing, needs to ace and clutch up to win this round to prevent it from being that tied up scoreline. And he might have the read on where these attackers are pushing from. He did, but Leitinho, 3 kills in the round. And it's not going to be enough. Leitinho with 3 kills there. I mean, Kodaf tried so hard, but 4-4.
AJ is 12 and 6. That is mental. Absolutely mental. 4-4 then. Pastor, we were talking in the last game previously about, overtime potentially, and well, I have to say, Pastor, I think we're going to be seeing it this map.
So, the overtime?
Overtime?
I mean, maybe.
Attackers need to locate and defuse.
I mean, it's kind of the worst result for both teams if it goes to overtime because of how dire this race to get out of groups is. But,
yeah.
I mean, it's certainly possible.
It's just such an evenly matched game now. And
yeah.
If you look at even looking at the kills excluding AJ, they're all reasonably balanced.
Kodaf is also pulling his weight on the side of Eternal Synergy as well. It's not just AJ. You've got 1 or 2 players on each team that are really finding those picks. Looking towards AJ, Leitinho, and Schnitzy Poo or Pulse Nation. On the other side, obviously Jawa, Kodaf, and Rissa. And it is why we're seeing that this very even scoreline, this very even game.
It's just such an even game. There's not much we can say about it. It's just so evenly matched. It's creating some amazing moments.
Yeah, that is for sure. We spotted the breach on that wall as well. Kodaf on the Solus, just going to be making sure that that one can't come through. I'm assuming it's muted out at the minute because I wasn't hearing any of that sort of that breach coming through. But Russ is actually being droned out here on the top floor, which means that for all intents and purposes, this position should be null and void. You've got Late Senior waiting for this one. Schnitzky chucks up the track thingers on to the Solarium stairs as well. Brissa shouldn't be having any impact really in this round, or at least from this position. The nades are now coming through as well. Is it going to connect though? Indeed it does. Perfectly placed. Brissa going down the opening pick to Late Senior. And again, Pulse Nation in a very strong position.
Indeed, as Kodaf does rotate up to the top floor, looks to maybe try and find anyone he can, but nonetheless there's no one upstairs, and while they're all downstairs focusing on this main breach, one outside trenches, as Exia does try and take a swing out, doesn't find anyone, is met by bullets of AJ, however they aren't landed. Y being still playing behind this shield is limiting any movement on this side of the site in Wine, and now two players, Exia and Jawa, confined to this back site, are only able to move just inches, pixels may I even say, without being spotted. It's not looking particularly good. They have the boiler window, the boiler door, the boiler wall. I said everything other than wall. The boiler wall open, and it's allowed AJ to find one Exia off the board. It's the smoke. Quite a huge pick here. Pasta finding the smoke nice and early. Finding the mute, sorry, nice and early. It doesn't matter. The smoke down, not to be confirmed just yet. Two toxic babes out, and there's a post-plan situation with only 30 seconds now left on the clock because of that 7 second defuse time.
Absolutely. AJ finds a second inside of the round. Leicino does find himself being taken down, but Yawa's flicked onto his teammate, and AJ is able to collect. That's an unfortunate mistake. I don't think it really would have changed the outcome of the round too much, but still unfortunate. Pulse Nation,
I mean,
they reclaim the lead.
Is it still toxic to say nice shot when it's your own teammate?
I mean, maybe. It was a nice shot, to be fair.
It
Very
was.
Nice kill. Just not necessarily who he would have wanted to kill.
Nonetheless, though, we are on to what could be past the penultimate round of this map. Certainly getting interesting, spicy, shall we say. As we go back to bar and gaming. And Osa being brought for this side of bar and gaming, can only assume she's going to be going for the games window, and you put an Osa on the games window, it becomes quite a nuisance and quite difficult to work with, but nonetheless, as long as you bring the right operators to counter it, well then, you know how to counter it.
I'm liking the Bravo, I'm liking the nut from the side of Team Pulse as well. I think it's very good utility to be bringing along here.
Most definitely. Brava being switched off from the Osa onto the Brava. And question is, are we going to be seeing what we saw a couple casts ago when Brava was active droning with her drones? With her what I don't even know what the drones are called.
The clutch drones. Which is
drones.
a very silly name. I mean, it looks kind of like that way. How's the drone avoided the EMP as well? Like, surely the clutch drone could get. There we go. Okay, nice. Was managed to get that bulletproof camera. It's going to get taken down. Shinitsipu as well had a couple shots peppered at him through the wall while we were talking about the Bravo. Look at this long angle from Late Senior as well. That's Strobo going down. Pulse Nation again with this opening pick even. It's going to put them in a very good position for the remainder of this round. Exia trying to get something back, you know, with those long angles, but With not even a 1.5 times scope, it's very, very difficult to find those angles, find those picks. Kodaf going hunting as well, though. This is still a pretty proactive defense from ESG. They are just pre-firing angles. They do have to sit back a little bit, though, obviously in that disadvantage. Nade comes through, lot of damage onto Kodaf as well. Now in a very dangerous situation on this top floor. The proximity alarm now beeping off as well, and Kodaf caught from that fluke double window. Jawa downed as well on the blue stairs. Latenio finds a double in the round. Now Exia, Holzrusser need to be the ones that are the defensive stronghold here. Exia started off with one. That's AJ going down. C4 out as well. Latenio not quite going to be caught by that L85 as well through the floorboards. Good for a triple. Holzrusser now in the clutch. 1 versus 4. 40 seconds left on the board and taking damage from every angle, every which way he looks and turns as a player waiting for him to enter their sight lines, and it's Schnitzipoo who finds it. Timeout now called from Eternal Synergy. Their last chance here in this game, or they are out of the season. They still would have one more game left, but if they stay on 0 points, it's not going to be enough. They are out of that playoffs contention. This next 2 rounds are pivotal for their chances to be able to stay in the competition. Velocity, it's getting tense.
It's getting tense. It's getting close. I'm on the edge of my seat, and no wonder a timeout has been called by this side of Eternal Synergy. As you said, this is a do or die moment for them. They have to win these next rounds to be able to stay in this season, or else they are going to be out in the group stages no matter what the outcome of their next game is. And Eternal Synergy, as I said, being again reasonably a big team in ESA. We've seen them multiple times before, and well, this certainly won't be the last, but it may be the last time we see them in this season, in season 6 of ESA Cup.
Yeah.
This is a do or die moment.
It really, really is. Has the timeout now finished? Discussions with coaches or just internally with the team? Obviously, I'm not entirely sure on the exact setup that all of these have, but that tactical timeout is a chance to talk to your coach should you have one, and even if not, just to settle things down.
Defenders, protect your bombs from
Collect your nerves, maybe. For 3 rounds in a row, they need to hold that momentum. The timeout will do a little bit for that, but getting this round here, well, I mean, they kind of need to do it anyway, because otherwise they lose, right? It's on that map point. ESG are teetering on the edge of collapse right now. And it would be a shame, because Kodaf, Jawa, they've been doing so well, but the whole team unit hasn't seemed to be there as much as it has for Team Pulse, and I feel like that has been the deciding factor. Let's ignore the impressive scoreline put on by AJ for now.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
AJ, I mean, if there's one round of all of them he should and most likely will turn up, it is now. He's been slightly quiet for the past couple of rounds, and well, you know when you've just got that feeling, Pastor, that a player is going to the caster feeling, as I call it.
Mm-hmm.
A player is about to absolutely pop off, about to turn up. I've got that feeling for AJ. I reckon this round is his round. We're going to see AJ decimate ESG.
Yeah, because you know he hasn't had many big rounds in this game. You know he needs one. He needs one. He needs one. He hasn't had his time in the sun, obviously.
He needs more time in the sun. But he wasn't tanned enough, Faster. He needs to get back out.
Yeah, needs to be fully tanned, apparently, in this one. Doing a lot of droning. Actually was just sitting on teammates' drones as well, checking this basement, making sure that everything's fully clear to be able to go for that rush up bar. Gaming the final fortress for that defensive side of Eternal Synergy Gaming.
Ooh,
it is
slow.
so slow.
For both sides, nerves running high, tension building over this next 1 minute and 30 seconds. Pulse Nation in the building now, though, looking to establish some control. Nonetheless, though, they are going to be moving still very slowly. ESG looking to deny as much as they can. They stall out as much as they can and waste as much time. Guess what? As they can.
That's crazy.
It's all moving slow past with no kills, no damage, and no shots landed in the 2 minutes we've seen this round. Moving into the final dying stages, the dying last minute of the round. The alibi on top isn't even aware, but he's dropped into the basement. And ESG find one. AJ taking down the man that is able to pop off.
You cursed it.
I've cursed it. Found nice and quickly. Letzinho finds himself taken down as well. Starbo, catalyst for this round so far.
Yeah, still potential to find more beans swinging in. Does find the pick. Nika as well, taking out Kodas. It's now a 3 versus 3. All of a sudden, momentum shifted back in the favor. Jawa on these blue stairs. Doesn't know which way to look. Potentially going to be caught out there, but no, rotating now all the way down these stairs. Could actually find a collection onto the players down in the basement. Nika up the blue stairs, so taking out Holzrusser. And as quick as you like. It is now. It's Pulse Nation in the driving seat here inside of this round. Being so caught out by Exia. Default going out, but the hatch drop comes through. It's not going to be enough. Team Pulse, 7 rounds before. Our second 7-4 of the evening velocity. And this time, it is going to be Team Pulse in the victory screen. In this final scene of the map. And the other thing that it means is it's going to mean elimination. It's going to be the final farewell for Eternal Synergy. Their season isn't quite done yet. They still have a match next week, but in terms of points, in terms of qualifying for playoffs, it is all over.
They put up a very good performance in that game. They did their absolute best. They tried their hardest, and well, nonetheless, they did just come up short. And I think it was those 3 rounds they lost in succession. They just couldn't get back from it. It just destroyed whatever. It may have been mental. It might have just been momentum. Anything they had left in the tank was gone, out, empty. They were done with the game, and I think it was proven in those last rounds. It was sloppy. Yes, it went to a 1v1 in the last round, but I think that was the best round we saw from them after the split.
Yeah, aside from the round they won, defense not looking too good for Eternal Synergy, and maybe a bit of an ironic name even, because the cohesion wasn't quite there on their defenses. And we have to look at AJ as well.
What a performance. What
a performance. Did so much for the team. Mental.
We were talking about it in the game, Pastor. He would find a kill out of nowhere. Somehow, they could be on the other side of the map to each other, and he'd somehow find a way to kill them. I don't know how he does it, and I don't know why he's not been in the starting 5 until this point. But I think it's safe to say we're seeing AJ more.
Oh, absolutely. Team Pulse aren't eliminated, but still not qualified for playoffs yet. It is all going to come down to that last week, really. Obviously, Eternal Synergy cannot make it, but the other 5 are fighting for those last 4 spots inside of the playoffs. That Swiss bracket, that's obviously going to come in a couple weeks' time. Coming up next, though, for you on this stream, it's going to be the final game of this evening. Project 100 versus Team Tropics. You don't want to miss that one. So we are going to toss it to a very quick break yet again. And when we come back, match 3 even is going to be on your screens. Maybe us waffling a little bit beforehand, but all in all, it'll be that game. So don't
we waffle, Pastor?
Oh yeah, no, it's been waffle all along. So stay in your seat. Maybe go to the toilet, grab some water or something. Stay hydrated, and join us for match number 3 in a few minutes. We're back! And it's time for more Siege. Tropics Clan versus Project 100. for this final game of Group D for today, there's obviously one group left of the week stage. Brilliant. 1 week left of the group stage. There we go. Obviously after this one. But today it is Group D, and today it is Tropics versus Project 100. Project 100 as well, little tidbit from our very good friend Boza Marks, obviously, in the production chat. Project 100 is currently the only team that has 3 wins all in regulation. The only team.
Wow.
Obviously,
that's an achievement.
Yeah, obviously that's before this week, because we've had some teams that are like 3-1-0-0, like you can see MDF at the top of Group C there. But in terms of coming into this week, they're the only team that have those 3 regulation wins before their game today. And this one is a little bit more of that David versus Goliath. You have Tropics, who have only won 1 game, and that was, I believe, against Eternal Synergy, who aren't necessarily having the greatest time. It's fair to say.
Evening, are they?
No. So this should hopefully be a quick one. If you want to go to bed like we do, then this is hopefully going to be a quick one.
Bed? Ranked
and then bed. But
ranked and then bed. Well, we are just waiting for the game to start then, and we are off to Villa.
Yes.
Which is,
I
mean, a good map. And we've had not default, I wouldn't say default maps. We've had balanced maps. We had Oregon, then we saw Chalet, and now, Villa in front of us right now. It's balanced, it's good, it's fun. Villa, very good map, highly rate it.
Yeah. And we have the operator bands coming through now. Project 100 starting us out on the defense. What do you reckon will be the first attacker ban here?
Flores off the board straight away, no questions asked. Flores is such a huge part of this map, and you have to ban him, or else you literally can get rid of any bit of util physically possible. Nonetheless, though, it is a knock. Understandable once again. Maybe not as impactful as, as I was saying, the Flores or maybe a Thatcher, but it's still reasonably good.
Yeah, absolutely. Still pretty good one to take off the board, especially with how expansive the basement of Villa is. Ying being taken off the board as well. But let's just look at that knock again. Thinking about that basement. Thinking about the basement, very big. A lot of rotations can come through there. Knock being able to sneak through without being spotted by the default cams is huge. So her being taken away, understandable.
Oh, most definitely. Coming into this next ban, then I'm going to be expecting maybe an Azami ban. What else would you expect? Azami, this map is just so overpowered, so overly used as well. And this next ban, Solus, without a doubt. I'm on a roll tonight.
Well, apart from the attacking bans, you said definitely Flores, without a doubt, without a question.
No,
and,
never.
No,
I don't remember that happening.
Clip it, chat, clip it.
I definitely remember saying Nook and Ying.
Interesting. But no, you did very well on the defense.
I did. Again, I'm proud of myself.
It's that quadrant of defenders that we were talking about that also include Fenrir and Valkyrie. They're just so powerful in the current meta. If you don't see them banned out, which you often see one, if not both of, if not two of that 4 being banned out, then most rounds you'll see one of them played, and we do get the Fenrir inside this round. That's going to be Cobra bringing us along with that one. The Fenrir.
Yeah, I mean, the Fenrir is going to be quite an interesting work pick here. I mean, he's still not... People are still experimenting with him. Strats haven't been 100% made and 100% perfected yet. And so we are just going to have to see what he can bring, because he can be played in a lot of weird and wonderful ways. Off to trophy... Is it trophy statue?
No, it's kitchen dining.
Kitchen dining as your primary bomb site? This is interesting, Pastor. We don't see this ever.
No.
We don't see this too much. We don't see this ever, but the kitchen the kitchen dining being your primary bomb site. You know, you normally go aviator, then trophy, and then kitchen. And well, now we're seeing kitchen being played first.
Yeah.
Most certainly going to be interesting, and nothing out of the ordinary as well either. On this attacking side, with Ash, Nomad, Ace, Jackal, and Diana being brought in, and drones going out, and they are aware of the Legion's position. As three of them are just going to funnel straight through office. One onto main, two going to be pressuring down this Legion. He's taken out nice and quickly. Nerds shut down within the first minute of round.
Target detected. Suck on soul.
Indeed he is. 45 seconds have gone and already Project 100 in this deficit. Oh my god. It's not a good day. Deficit in terms of the player count. Jinky guesses wrong with the C4. Had it in the right place to begin with as well. But it just feels like it's going to be one of those days for Project 100 looking at this first round. Config as well now rushing in to try and take this space on landing. Jinky still down below, but can't really do much from this position. Fod as well is down here. They're going to have to try and get these flanks up these staircases. And with the Nomad of Klazari being able to cut off these rotations, it is going to be very difficult. Relic, though, is going to get caught out by that FNAT Dreadmine of the Fenrir. Cobra collects Klazari a second, but Caesar is going to take down Config, making it a 3 versus 3 as we head into this final minute here, Velocity.
Yeah, it's looking quite close here, Pastor. 3 versus 3 and HP all around. Let's look, exactly the same here as the Fenrir gadgets are being used quite well here in good positions and are doing very, very good at stalling out this side of Tropic's attack. And, well, they are also just being a nuisance. The fuse is still down, not in hand just yet to be retrieved with only 50 seconds left on the clock. Project 100 doing an increasingly good job of defending this, of holding down the site, and it's a big stall here from this side of Tropics, and there's not really much more they can do past there. It's all slowed right down.
Sampy is on the hunt here, though, towards that master bedroom. But again, the bomb site isn't here on this top floor. It is in the kitchen, and I think Tropics plan will definitely be aware of that fact now. But it's taken them so long to realize this. Rotation comes through. Klazari finding the triple before being traded by Caesar. It's a direct trade, in fact. Both of them killing each other. Jinky as well taking down Rise. The time just too much. It's Jinky with 2 kills in the end there. I just don't think they realized what the bomb site actually was. I really don't think they knew, because
no, I don't think they did.
They did try and get onto this trophy side, and they just couldn't get the plant down. And like, what is that? What is it's bugged? Oh wait, no, hold on. They're defending kitchen first round.
It was a trick.
It was a trick.
We're going back to old Siege, where you'd go and reinforce another part of the map or another bomb site that you would normally play, and well, actually you're not playing there. It tricks the attackers massively. Yeah,
and it worked.
Somehow.
Project 100 with the first round, it didn't really look like a good start for them either, but hey, that's just the way it be sometimes, you know? You get pranked, you just have to move on. Good round from Klazari though, 3 kills. But yeah, Tropics, that was just a warm-up. This time, attacking AVG. They know they're attacking AVG. What can they do here?
They actually know where they're attacking this time. They know where they're going. They're not going to see a repeat of last time. But they have picked up the Frost here, Pastor. And I was saying in the last map that I'm surprised Frost didn't actually get a looking at all, considering on Chalet, she is reasonably OP. And well, again, another map she's reasonably OP on, Pastor. Coincidentally, is Villa, because it's such a funneled map. It's very narrow. It's very three-dimensional, if you know what I mean. It's very vertically heavy, windows and doorways, if that makes sense. So bringing that Frost is going to deny a good amount of any entry, any play through windows, through doorways, and through jump-ins.
Yeah, there's a lot of choke points for the attack, especially on this top floor, where it's essentially just 2 corridors going down the length of the map. But The sentry is coming through into the walk-in closet from this attacking side. Tropics clan have found quick control of the master bedroom. Quick control going in towards the bathroom as well. Caesar is still over on this trophy side of things. Does get the spot onto one of them with that breach being opened up as well. Going to apply just more pressure. Dips down, has to get away from there. And indeed does just rotate all the way back round to the bomb site over towards Study. The footprints, though, are going to be able to be tracked. They know where he is, courtesy of the Jackal of Config. Sticking with that operator. Not letting it go just yet, despite the unsavory results in the first round. Obviously, it is only one round. And it is also Villa. Defender-sided map.
Massively defender-sided pasta. And it looks like there is going to be a bit of aggression coming out here from Project 100, knowing which way they're pushing from, knowing it's a very heavy mass side push. Caesar does look away, but catches out Kazari nice and early on in the round. 1 minute and 20 left on the clock. A nade goes out, and 3 kills come out in quick succession. Rise finding one onto Fod as the most recent kill, and now it's a 4 versus 2 for the side of Project 100. They are in a bit of a struggle now, Pasta. They have to try and find these 4 kills, but Relic does take down Jinky. Perfectly played, but it's a beautiful shot from Nerd in a 1 versus 3 now. A 1 versus 2 as he finds one more. Rise taken down, and it's actually looking even more possible to clutch. It's not in a post-plant situation just yet. Plant hasn't even thought about going down yet, as Relic still has it in hand. He does go for a fake. Little does he know, Pro shouldn't fake, and now it's going to go down. We're going to see a post-plant situation with only 30 seconds now left on the clock. Back up to 45. Sorry, as he finds one more. Nerd, he's on for this. This is a moment where he could clutch it, but Relic shut down Nerd quickly.
Interesting Selma placement.
You know what? I wasn't going to point it out because I thought it might have been a misinput, but
if it is, it's funnier. If it is, it is funnier. So
just what a round! I mean,
I thought Nerd was going to get that then.
So did
that
I.
Was ridiculous. But it wasn't enough. Not quite enough.
Not there. Just came up short past though, which isn't the greatest feeling, but I mean, he should be proud of himself. He went from a 1v4 to a 1 versus 1, so
yeah.
I mean, good on you. Well played.
Back to AVG we go then. Unsuccessful defense there by Project 100 as the topic plan. You know, I was saying this could be a quick one. They're only on 3 points. Their only win was against, I think. Actually, let me check before I make myself.
Get it up. This will be interesting to know.
Yeah, I mean, we're in the prep phase. Now, of course, this is the time that the webpage decides to not load.
Typical.
Let's have a look here. Tropics, their only win was against. Actually, it was Pulse Nation. They haven't played Eternal Synergy yet. That'll be next Sunday. Yeah, Pulse Nation didn't necessarily have the greatest of times in week 2 and week 3. Still a decent team to have won against, but you know, 7-2 loss to Yods, 7-3 loss to Penta. Not ideal.
No,
so,
most certainly not ideal.
And they know of Caesar's position yet again. This Jackal just constantly harassing him as he's going to try and go for those fadeaway shots. But Config's actually on the hunt here. Shots coming through the wall left and right. The Mozzie of Nerd comes in to assist him. But it's Cobra who actually finds the finish. And it's Fenrir being put to great use by P100. This time Fod taking up the mantle. Constantly being a hindrance to this attack inside. It's only for a short time. They know of the Jaeger's position here. Cobra on those red stairs. Nades coming through. ADSs are there to protect, but still tricky situation. So now it's just intel coming through. The Gemini clones, the drones are coming out from Tropics clan. As we head closer and closer to this final minute of the round velocity, it's Nerd who finds a second.
Will he find a third? That's the question. The man we saw in last round almost clutch was Cobra to find one more. Double kill. Taking down, not sure who that was, but it doesn't matter as Cobra gets himself shut down nice and quickly by Rise, and Nerd looks to play aggressive now on this red hallway, looking into Moto on the Nomad of Kalita, who is going to try to play even more aggressive, drive him out. Flashes go out. Rise finds himself taken down now by Caesar, and it's now a Jinky to close it out. Nothing special going on past it, just pure gunning.
Indeed it was, and this is certainly an exciting game in terms of the gun skill that we're seeing there. Yeah, very, very impressive game that we're seeing here, and especially, you know, Nerd still picking up kills in this round. It wasn't a fluke after all. But everyone else getting in on the action. Caesar, Cobra,
Attackers need to locate
Jinky as well. Just all working in tandem to take down Tropics. Back to the kitchen and dining we go.
Attackers have located a bomb.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Do they not like trophy?
I don't know.
I don't understand. Why have they not played trophy yet? But I mean, kitchen worked last time. Are they gonna try it again? Have they? That's my question. Are they gonna try their strategy of we're gonna
Pretend we're holding the top floor
yeah,
and hope it works.
5 seconds remaining.
well, I mean, they haven't found the bomb site yet. So
Attackers need to defuse
this
the
could
bomb.
actually work again, Pasta.
Mine activated.
I mean, it might be.
Finro being brought again, and well, they are going to be. I think this is going to be a 5-man rush pantry. They know they're holding upstairs. They're aware, and this is a free site for them. Reddick finds Fod off the board, the only man that was holding sight, and we're not even 30 seconds into the round yet, Pastor, and we're going to see a post-match situation. And now only 45 seconds left on this clock as Jinky finds 2, trying to put Project 100 back into this as Reddick does find Cobra, shots traded. Caesar finds 1, and it's all happened in quick succession. Pastor and Tropics have just walked onto site, planted, and gunned down Project 100. It's simple as that.
That... Okay. The trick didn't work twice. It didn't work. They knew what they wanted. They got it. The FNAT from Fod, I believe it was. Actually, it might have been Cobra. Either way, didn't work. Obviously, we saw some good moments of it. It led to a couple of kills. It led to a little bit of team damage as well on the entry to the bomb site. But it only had one player on the site, and as soon as they died, it was very quick control established by Tropics. And obviously, there's not much vertical that you can make as a defender. So they couldn't actually use this top floor that they had the control of to their advantage. The attack had the bomb site, and that was kind of all they needed to get that plant down. And in the post plant, you have the better position, you have the better angles.
10 seconds
The
to go.
defenders have to try and take back into their own setup.
5 seconds left.
It didn't really work out.
Sorry, can we just take a look at this faster? Are they doing it again?
Yes. I don't know how I feel about this. Maybe
Project 100.
I mean, you can't really go for a rush twice, right? Rushing twice is just rude. It's disrespectful.
I mean, you can go for a rush twice if they do the same thing twice. I don't see
but
why that's.
it's not nice, is it? And also,
They should.
you kind
They
of
should.
just don't think that you can get away with a rush twice, because surely you've rushed once. Surely they expect it. Surely, but it's a bit of a Bit of a return to that first round that we're seeing, except this time it's Nerd who finds the opener, and not the one being the opening death, and he's found a double. As easy as you like. Nerd with 2 massive kills there. Relics and Samkeep taken down. And there's another Caesar this time, being the one to find the pick. Rise taken off the board. Diffuser just sitting so lonely on that balcony. Config over the other side with absolutely no one to assist him. What a disaster from Tropics Clan, and well, this is certainly one way to win on this bomb site.
Tropics being picked apart, but it's Config to put them to claw back what's left. Jinky taken down nice and quickly, but Caesar with the refrag following it up nice and quickly. 1 versus 4 now for Tropics. It's not looking particularly good for them, and
No.
Kazari is in a bit of a situation. Does have to retreat the diffuser, but is being unchallenged, uncontested. I don't even think Project 100 are aware that the diffuser is down outside study balcony, and this is.
It shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter.
Really. This is a Project 100 win. I think. I don't want to cast a curse it, but I think it's a given.
99.9% chance that this ends up in a Project 100 win, and Caesar logs it in. 100%, Project 100% actually. Chance that they take the round. 3-2 now. Another successful defense of kitchen dining somehow.
We still aren't seeing statue.
No, we're not.
We're going back to.
We're back to AVG.
What is going on?
I don't know. I really wish I could tell you.
I do not know what is happening. But off to Aviator we go, and Tropics got picked apart.
With the way that we're seeing P100 play, I'm surprised we haven't seen them pick into Living Library. Because, like, I don't know, I feel like that's just a natural progression of whatever the hell this rotation has been.
I would love to see a Living Library.
I mean, yeah, it sucked, but, like, it would be really funny.
It would. That being said then, AVG once more, and well, the Frost has been picked up once again. We didn't see the Frost... Did we see... No, we did see the Frost being picked up this...
Yeah.
On the last time we saw her, and she wasn't as useful as proven to be. Her Frost mats were drained out reasonably easily. Shot, and well then were not obviously effective in any way, shape or form. So let's just hope she can be a little bit more effective. Use them a bit more. Annoying places where you can't exactly clear them properly.
Yeah.
Not a spawn beat for Caesar. Surely not.
Surely not. I mean, there's no one there, so it wouldn't find anything anyway.
No, nothing.
Yeah, seems to be aware of the fact. However, Cobra might get something. Just misses the player that's gone down to the art studio. Caesar's down here as well, shoots out the drone. Samkeep. Kind of lucky to be alive here, Cobra, just missing the angles. Relic does not quite have the same fortunes. Taken down, opening death inside of round number 6. 2 rounds on the bounce, I think, that we've seen Relic be picked up first by a defender from Project 100. Caesar, another... Not quite 10 kills in the game, though, as Samkeep's there to trade. But still, in this first minute, Project 100 looking very, very strong. This vertical coming through as well. Samkeep tries to find a vertical nade, but not going to find its mark. And it is now 3 versus 4, comfortably for Project 100. Jinky should be aware. Yeah, Jinky knows.
I was going to say Project 100 looking very strong, and Jinky to reinforce that point as he takes down one, unsure who that was, and now it's up to Rise and is it Khalees? I don't know how to say it.
Kazari, I think.
Kazari. Up to Rise, and Kazari doesn't matter. Rise taken down only now. Kazari as Cobra finds his double, and now it's just Project 100 once again. Picking apart Tropics one by one, taking the 1v1s, and no one there to refrag.
No, absolutely not. Kozari finds one. Nerd just getting maybe a little bit too aggressive. A little bit too big for his boots there. But still got three defenders left. Maybe it's worth going for that little opportunity. But one more pick given away and you start to worry, really. But as it stands, I think it's unlikely that we'll even get that far. They're both doubled up and it's jinky to find it. Good half from Project 100, all things considered. Bit of a wacky rotation, but it's a 4-2 split on defense, which again is standard despite the chaos and all of that calamity. 4-2 split is pretty standard, and I think Tropics Clan might be going for something a little bit more regulation.
Yeah, Tropics are struggling against this side of Project 100. They're getting picked apart. They're taking the 1v1s, and there's no one there to refrag. And, well, that could all change, though. We have to remember past here. Now we see the role swap. We see the split. It's now Project 100 on the side of attack, and then obviously that means Tropics are on the defense. So that could all change, and as we know, this is a bit of a defender side of Map Villa. So it's now just a case of which it really now just comes down to which team is better.
And one of the things that the attack can do is they can really set the pace of the round. Yeah, it's the defender setup, but if they rush, then they rush, and the defense has to be prepared for that.
Yeah.
And just looking at the scoreboards here, as much as, you know, it's not all about kills, it's not all about just like those numbers, it's all about how the rounds are won.
5 seconds left.
But you're looking at Tropics, their highest kills player has 5. You've got 3 players on the side of Project 100 with a higher number than that. You've got 4 that equal or higher. And
yeah,
it is that firepower that just could be this defining factor. Obviously, on the attack, you have those better weapons as well. You have the opportunity to really just frag out here. This is what I'm assuming Project 100 will do. They've said themselves they're a very good best-of-1 team, and they're looking to back themselves here. And I think with a win here in regulation, they might already be confirmed for the playoffs. But definitely with if they get up to those full 12 points, they will absolutely be in that playoffs position. Obviously, Swiss is still best-of-1s unless you're in an elimination game, and then it is the best-of-3s. But you know, they said getting into those latter stages, the best-of-3s might elude them yet again. We've had vods who's been on so many top 4, top 3 teams inside of ESA, but never had the opportunity to go for number 1. But this is good practice. Getting these maps underway and winning them convincingly as well can be massive for making sure that you do well in these best-of-3s. Rise finds one back after 2 opening picks came through for the side of Project 100, and it is again just more convincing play from this attack inside. The gun coming alive yet again.
Project 100 looking to maybe get aggressive on these main stairs to follow up behind. Frost map.
No.
Oh no. Nerd taken down by a Frost map, but Rise to be taken down by Cobra. And Cobra finds one more. That's Relict and Rise both taken down. That's all up to Sampy, who is in a bit of a tough situation. Fod and Nerd both now down by a Frost mat, yet to be confirmed as Nerd finds himself picked back up. Cobra, a slither of HP, a lick of a bullet would kill him here, Pasta. Unlike Chinky, still 100 HP, still full HP, but doesn't matter. Cobra pre-fires and takes him down, winning Project 100th round. Putting him on the penultimate round.
Yeah, nice pre-fire, and again, despite being on 1 HP, doesn't matter how much health you have. If you have a gun, you can still shoot. You can still hit those headshots. It is 1 hit to kill in Siege, obviously, because of that headshot mechanic. And again, it means that when you get down to it, as long as you're alive, you still have chance to get those kills. Obviously, I don't think it would have mattered necessarily in that situation, but come a closer round, Cobra's still able to get that pick. Instrumental. Absolutely instrumental.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Most definitely. Well, we are seeing a sight we have not been able to
Yay!
see this whole map. finally seeing Trophy Statue. Tropics take us there for the first time in this match. And, well, let's see what they can put up on the board. Clearly, Project 100 didn't want to play it. They potentially weren't confident playing it, but nonetheless, we are going to see them having to attack it, Pastor. Which, I mean, if you don't want to defend it, I can't imagine attacking it is going to go very well.
Maybe not.
10 seconds remaining.
Or maybe they know how to attack it so well that they're scared of defending it because they know of all the ways the attack can win.
What?
I'm loving this, by the way. This is thrilling gameplay from Relic.
Yeah.
Okay, how's Nerd on like 20 HP already? What's going on? What? Okay,
What, Vods?
Pod's just in. He's found his first pick of the game. Nerd down again. And doesn't know he's being shot from Art. Does get out of dodge there just a second. Config nearly finding that kill, but again, it's not enough. And again, I said Ford finding his first kill of the game, but still only 1 and 3, so it's just been kind of avoiding gunfights entirely. Not necessarily being a hindrance to his team.
The Nerd, a slither of HP, has to play.
Yeah.
Literally, he is useless in any situation here. Well, I mean, shut
Nice.
me up, quicker, Nerd. Finds one from a nade. Config taken down. Tropics in a 3 versus 5. It's not looking good here, Pasta. Reddit's
No.
playing very aggressive on this bathroom window. Jinky, though, is met with the Jaeger of Reddit, who has moved off, is droned once again, moves back into bathroom, and now it's not looking particularly good as he finds a nade to the face and is now taken out from below by Cobra. 2 versus 5 for Tropics now, Pasta, and it looks like it's going to be a match point here.
Yeah, Rise taken down. It's a 1 versus 5. Potential for a flawless round here. There's Nerd getting juiced up by those Thunderbird salvation stations, and Samkey does not know which way to turn, which way to look, as there's bullets coming in all directions. And it is that flawless round map point for Project 100. No, absolutely nothing. Like, it's tough to even find one in that situation, as we see.
That is just unfortunate.
That's tough. Rest of the team fell down around him. Samkey couldn't get it done. Fod with his first kill of the game as well, though. Project 100, they have that depth.
They do. They just know how to attack that site, and clearly very, very well. They just, no matter what they did, it was just so. No matter what Tropics did, there was someone from Project 100 there.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
No, there was.
I'm kind of just speechless, but kitchen. We're back down to kitchen dining, a site we've seen all too many times for one match.
Yeah. It's interesting, actually, that Tropic, even though they're losing these fights, they're still choosing to continue their rotation, and it takes us down to the tertiary site.
Yeah.
Not ideal, but they haven't won the primary or the secondary, so maybe there's a chance.
Right?
Yeah, but again, maybe... I don't know.
There's a plan, maybe.
Maybe. I don't know. Or maybe it's just desperation. It's one of the two.
One of the two, whatever one it is, we aren't sure yet. Nothing out of the ordinary though on either of the rosters. I mean, Caesar on the Jackal, but that's quite standard now, especially here on Villa. If he's not found, you play the Jackal, because as we said previously, it's just the two always that go from one side of the map to the other. And well, a Jackal is reasonably OP when it comes to that, as he can just track you wherever you are, run down one of those hallways.
Yeah, the basement lurks as well can be huge. So with the Jackal in play, because it is an entire floor of the map undiscovered by bomb sites, untouched. A lot of potential to hide, a lot of places to hide on Villa. It is, despite being just those two corridors, it is a huge map.
It is
Hopeless in
one
Memo.
of...
What? Oh my god, Config, no!
What?
Oh, you whipped that!
Oh god, he's found two! What?
I don't believe it! The knife didn't come through, got a bit too cocky. The downfall of Tropics inside of this round. I think he's found another relic, takes him down. Still a 2 versus 3. Now a 1v3. Vods down. Kuzari can't get it done. Cobra shuts it down. 7 rounds to 2. The victory here for Project 100.
What was that?
Scrappy round to close out. A scrappy game.
Tropics, what was that?
Oh no.
What? Huh?
1-6.
What?
That's so unfortunate.
I
That's so unfortunate.
config.
Oh my god. I don't know what to say.
That's a broken controller moment there, Pastor.
Nah, he just went to knife. He just went to knife him and he turned around, crouched.
He
and got the
dodged
kill.
it.
He dodged the knife without even meaning to.
How? 7-2 to Project 100. Then Tropics do just come up short tonight on Villa.
I don't
Pastor,
know.
out
what
of
to
all the
say.
games we've seen tonight, I
That
think
was
that has